的话可以保证自己能够先打到自己想要的地图，而且能够在各自拿到选图的情况下提前来到赛点。
是的。 而且我觉得对于 EDG 来说，可能他们
what is
纠结的一个点是继续勇搬自己的亚海玄城，还是说像昨天采访说到的一样莲花古城？这个可能对于他们来说是需要去争取的，因为对于 FPX 而言，他们拿到莲花古城胜率真的太高了，而且很多次都是逆风翻盘。 而对于 FPX 来说，可能他们要做的考虑就是，到底要不要去就这一张日落之城，到底要摆到第几个顺位去选？
I need to upload my VOD from last night.
从赛前 Smokey 的采访，感觉他们对于莲花古城还是一个非常想要去尝试求战的态度。所以我感觉今天的一个班选大概率。
I don't know how I didn't miss pistol because I feel like it started promptly at 9 a.m. yesterday, and today I'm 5 minutes late, but I didn't miss anything. I'm still eating my breakfast though.
看一下现场的
决赛等你，这是已经在呼喊康康了。因为其实从昨天的比赛来看，我觉得两个选手的对位 still 是小胜一筹。
Look at the wrist tape that Kangkang's using.
这可能也跟康康近期的位置轮换有很大的关系嘛。他在日落之城来到了0的一个位置，对他的发挥。
Oh, so EDG got rid of Ascent.
好，看一下 BP 图 ，EDG 还是搬掉了亚海玄城，勇搬不打这张。
I don't know what the map pulls for both of these teams really look like. To be honest with you, that's much more like Ryan's knowledge pool. It does seem a bit weird to me to not play a map that favors standard compositions against FPX. FPX are going to get rid of Bind, which was a map that EDG was actually banning against some other teams. I didn't get to finish the VOD from the previous game. Did EDG win against Rare Adam? Did EDG win against Rare Adam and avoid playing in the lower bracket final against FPX? I feel like context clues can figure that out for you.
直接是锁定了自己的第二张选图微风岛屿前面3手跟我们的预测是没有任何差错的。是的。那最后2选1的情况下看一下。
So we're gonna watch Lotus again. We're gonna watch Sunset again potentially, but it'll be good to see them play on Haven and Breeze. If I hit Ascendant, will you duo with me? No. If you hit Immortal, I still won't duo with you.
对，而且对于方 plus 来说，你看他2张地图，莲花古城和日落之城都是他们非常喜
欢
的雪球体系的一个。
Kind of rude, not gonna lie. Yeah.
然后日落之城可以拿到鸟，这个我觉得对于方 plus 来说，这个。
I am in the solo queue dungeons right now, Neon Belly.
对于方 plus 而言也是很重要。如果在影视修手能够啃下对手的话，那他们这个 BO5。
How much of the tournament have you watched? Not very much. I watched the games yesterday, and I caught little bits of pieces before that, but not full matches. Counteroffer, what if I hit Golden League? No way. Get out of here. All right, so let's have a look at the Viper compositions that both teams are running. So they're both running the Viper Omen comps. So it's gonna be a mirror here. Morty, thank you for the 30 months. I don't think my head's extra shiny today. So what we're gonna be looking at is the way that FPX are utilizing their Viper, because I assume that EDG are going to play this in fairly standard ways. But everything we've seen from FPX so far, everything leads us to believe that they will not play the standard Viper setups. And the standard Viper setups are fucking broken on this map. Oh, wait, no, they are running the standard Viper wall. Okay, so at the moment, FPX have the standard guard Viper wall that they're running. What I'm looking for, particularly on the other side, though, is whether or not they use this Viper Orb, because if they don't, I believe they are doing some trolling. If TCH isn't doing the proper method Viper setup on the defensive side, he's just missing so much value, I think. Looking to take garage control on the pistol. How are the Chinese players so effective at jumping through Omen one-ways? Literally, they figured something out. Like, actually, the success rate is way too high. It's every time, chat. It's actually every time that we see an Omen one way and 2 people jump through it, they're getting the kill. This is actually Chinese tech.
这就是慢打的意义，让你拿不到信息，需要出来探手，扩大自己的人数优势。C 区
These one-ways are useless.
爆能器可以成功安装了。
那这个回防已经很难了呀，只能看个人发挥了。康康技能很多 ，Smoky 只有一颗引路之损。
The pistol round's over. It's over.
而且重生点附近集结
Oh, my gamma's cranked. That is
还藏着一个
correct.
哦，已经看到刘一手的位置了，暗眼直接推过来，第一时间不太好去搅刘一手，而且已经包围。
There we go.
后面 TZH 直接
Does that look a bit more normal?
双杀 TZH 帮助 FunPlus 是成功拿下首枪局。
这一分 FunPlus 打得很漂亮。
Why is no one actually crediting the correct team for this attack wall? Who is the correct team, Westwick? If it wasn't the guard, I don't know who it is.
就是在车库原地等待集结第二波的时候，浩东一个前顶拿信息，又被抓到了背身，就导致这个首相局其实已经很难。
UCAM 2021.
而对 FunPlus 来说，他们当然会更熟悉这一套双烟的阵容，因为他们已经打了很多次了。
I don't think that when people, I don't think when the Americas teams started playing Viper again on Haven, they remembered the UCAM VODs. I think that it's been independently come up with by both teams. I don't think they've stolen it from UCAM. But that's a great shout. If UCAM were using it 2 years ago, that's a great shout. But I don't think the guard found UCAM VODs. I could be wrong, but that just doesn't sound reasonable to me. It doesn't sound like the way that they would operate.
在 A 大做了一波慢摸，但其他4个人是要往车库走了。
Is this grand finals? No, this is the lower bracket final. So if EDG lose here, they are the 3rd place team out of this Chinese tournament, which I believe would be the lowest that they've ever placed since they've risen to power, if you want to put it like that, in China. What do you think? Nobody actually on a lurking role now? Well, I didn't think he looked great at the Viper on Lotus, and then he didn't play a lurking role on Sunset. So far I don't have a large sample size of games that I've watched of nobody playing Viper to look at. But he doesn't seem to be hard lurking, and he doesn't seem to be that great at Viper yet. So on this map, the things that you're looking for a Viper player are that they put the defensive setup in the right place every time, and that they have really good timing on when they bloom the smoke on A. So part of that is to do with comms, but part of that is also to do with listening. And then how they play around their own setup towards like C well, depends where they play on the map, but towards the like wall setup towards C. How do you feel about Deadlock now? I've always stood by the fact that she's broken, but no one wants to incorporate her. I don't think she's very good. The GravNet change was massive, but I still think the wall is too clunky to get great usage out of. And at the moment, she feels very similar to a Sage that just has less utility for you to use. But a better ult.
点数最多的是一个杰锋，对 Autumn 嘛 ，Autumn 和 Berlin 的点数比较多，但这2个终极技能对团队的帮助没有那么大。是的
That's the primary issue, Fitch. She's a sentinel that can't get you any level of information, so she's just a Sage-like sentinel, where she's good for blocking things off or taking timings. Orb! 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 Where's the orb? Where's the fucking Viper orb? Where's the orb? You're trolling. Where's the fucking orb? Where did you put the orb, nobody? Nobody, where's your fucking orb? Orb check! Any orbers? Any orbers in the chat? Where's the orb? Look at the minimap. Where's the orb? Nobody, where's the fucking orb? How are you defending A without the orb? Where's the Viper orb? Where's the most important part of this defensive setup? Nobody, where's the orb? Orb! Where's...
拿的还是比较轻松的。
这其实 A 点比较难守的一个原因是，当对手真的踢到近点，突然打一波爆发的时候，你没有太多位置可以站。当相后的位置既吃了稳，又吃了暗眼，还有引路之损的一个限制。
Where is it?
其实当时真正有作战能力的就只有康康一个人，但他要面临的是至少3把。
I can't see it on the minimap.
而且感觉 Berlin 今天上来状态非常好啊，手感火热。这一波4杀完了之后，基本上对于
Where did it go?
他的终极技能好了，但是离魂确实在进攻。
He hasn't thrown it again in this round. He hasn't thrown it again. No, don't do this to me. I know you're on an eco, but if you do not throw this Viper Orb in round 5, I'm gonna stage an intervention. I can't handle it.
他们也知道 FunPlus 喜欢打慢的。防守前压会给机会 ，FunPlus 要打 B， 这一点其实对 EDG 来说是可以接受的这个回防。他们有封刺。
唯一的问题是，如果队员不退点的话，就是禁闭。
I haven't slept enough for that.
看一下啊，绕后的人这个位置有没有意识到？意识到了。
这波绕后手上是只有一把。
I just need to calm down.
长期差距还是有点大。
What's right?
再等，看一下。
I've got some water, thank you.
位置了，
Could I get a drink of orange juice, please?
这个窗户的位置，阿阳站的还是比较死。
I think that'll help.
距离的情况下，这个枪械的劣势比较明显，对 EDG 来说，交了很多技能了。
好像推到了很多人。
但第一时间有点协同不上，看一下第一时间看一下。
Did he not buy the Viper Orb in the previous round just because he didn't have enough money?
但注意时间已经不多了，刘一手在架的这个口子能架到吗？这个过点位大脚步过去 ，Smokey 接了一发子弹，而后续球就过来，刘一手再打一个。
Wait, Kankan could still win this. Ah, not quite. Oh god. No, I haven't watched the new Sentinels video about Zekken, but I don't know, it looked intriguing. It looked like a proper video. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm gonna mute my mic because
至少是推到了3到4个人。虽然正面我们没有看到2个人是卡在了凹槽，借助掩体护住了自己，但点内的队友其实是一瞬间就被清理干净了。
是，而且其实刘一手这一波也是非常关键，就如果刘一手那个位置倒得太快的话，说不定。 这个对于 EDG 来说还有一个拆包的机会，就一拆一架嘛。
是的。
但是现在，即便掉了5把枪 ，FunPlus 的经济还是没有崩啊。
因为作为首先进攻方，他们有装爆动器的一个奖励会比较的富有。而且刚刚也是一个4连胜嘛，连胜奖励已经拉满了。看到了非常多的手人。
Oh, got it. Did I just dance for food? Yes. Yes. I just made the uppies hands and called Beth Daddy to get my orange juice. That's what I need. That's what I need. Okay.
其实不管是抢 A 大还是车库，他们抢的是比较果断的，他们是很舍得去交技能的。但是如果说你要这个 A 大和这个车库，如果你没有
Right, this round, where's the Viper Orb? Nobody's already thrown it. Yep, he's got the orb there. I think that is a Viper Orb. I think he just didn't have it on the previous round because he bought too much. Alright, so let's have a look at how this defensive setup works. You've got an operator on both sides as well. So they're going to be trying to take, well, looking to try and take this duel, but they're posted up towards C as well. Omen smoke and the flash inside that smoke. Oh no, it wasn't the Omen smoke, sorry, it was the Viper Orb, and then flashed into the Viper Orb. Little odd from Smoggy, but probably got some decent idea that there's somebody there. He's gonna dog in the open, which is a bit odd. The orb's a little late there. Yeah, the orb's late, and the dog sees Haodong, and Haodong dies. And then Smoggy's not actually playing on the other side of the orb. Smoggy tucks himself into short, which is like the opposite way to get value out of the orb. But they're still flooding in. Oh, ooh. Okay. They make it work, but it's not super clean there. So ideally in that kind of situation, the orb goes up a little earlier, like as soon as they hear the attacking dog, the orb starts to bloom. Haodong can get little headshot angles over the top, and Smoggy's supposed to go into like, not fully backside, but he's supposed to go into the tucked corner between, you know, there's like a triangle created by this strategy, which is graffiti, and then the tucked corner, and then the orb. And Smoggy's supposed to play in that corner. Like my pick, bro. Thank you for the 16 months. So, but that wasn't horrendous, and they won the round. And importantly, that was a big one for FPX. It was really weird, though, that FPX even went for a fast play like that when they had an operator themselves. I mean, I'm focusing on EDG playing the defense correctly, but, you know, Autumn had an operator in that round and they just sent it on an A hit, which is really odd. Bro, Smoggy's trying to pop flash himself through the Viper wall to re-clear A lobby. Smoggy's playing this like a maniac. He's playing against an eco. Dude, what are you guys doing? You're playing against a fucking eco. You're up 5v3. Just relax. Relax. Stop giving away weapons. Oh, there goes the operator. That'll be a lovely little thing to save for you. Oh, you've had to use the Seekers, have you? Oh, no.
而现在对方 Plus 来说，时间只剩30秒了，他们的位置已经被锁定了，而且 Nobody 的前压是能够获取非常多的信息的，知道你没有在转点。
现在就要看唯一一个满血的留一手了，能不能
Nobody's on the flank
到一些经典的可能。
浩东在点内，他手上是有暗眼在的。
TZ 去走第一位，给队友拉
But he's got a good containment here. Orb? Any orbers? No need to orb, apparently.
比较有限，这一分 EDG 是成功稳定住自己的局势。
明局也可以回收过来，这分对于 EDG 来说损失。
I suppose an orb in that spot actually
完全可以接受，而且
sometimes allows the low eco players to catch a timing on you. So
这分我觉得其实想
I'm going to assume that was a deliberate decision.
稍微有点尴尬。
I don't like the play from Smoggy and Kankan over towards A lobby.
很好的去限制对手加枪的效果，
the rest of it's alright.
规避了。
而且你手枪局能够拿下车库的关键是因为
You being live right now is actually so out of character, it's kind of distressing me. Yeah, that will happen.
除非他个人能力发挥，不然的话这一波是很难打的。
Okay, so normal Viper setups, normal Killjoy setups. Omen in backside B is a bit strange, but it might be anticipating some kind of, I mean, some kind of B hit, obviously. Ah, they've gone for the lurk Omen smoke that cuts off the alarm bot. I like that. Oh, TP in. Interesting. Oh, Berlin. Good trade as well from Chishu, knowing where Berlin was positioned, but Berlin's got a decent chance there of being able to get a kill and make the play. Kang is just so pushed up, bro. So, getting timing there is really Smoggy's job to make sure that that doesn't happen. I missed the fact that TZH had gone on a lurk into sight. I missed the timing of it, so I don't know when that happened. So, end of the round, we'll go back and have a look at that. How did that gap occur? They're in a really bad spot now. Even though they have this lockdown, just playing a 4v3 retake in this spot is tragic. And Autumn's got a little sight line. Nanoswarm's on the spike. I'm surprised a bit that TCH didn't pit it, but they're just confident that they can win with the player advantage. And they do. Alright, let's go back and have a look where the gap came from. Okay, so they... Beginning of the round, nobody is... Smoggy's playing short. What the fuck? They flash and they just leave. Dude, that is... They just flash once and they just leave. So normally in that kind of situation... wait. Yeah, we'll go back up to live. So normally in that kind of spot, you're gonna wait a little longer. Kang is gonna take this line. You're gonna redog like this, and if you don't see anything, then Kang can start pushing up. But EDG tried to accelerate it, and they got punished for that. They tried to play it like fast and loose, and TCH just used the Viper utility to get past them. So now they're set up at front B. Kang's trying to duel Autumn, and he just... Whoa! He just swings the entirety of front B. Anybody that could have been there. Haodong's still trying to fight short. They're doing a lot of trying to fight short against a setup that deliberately stops them from fighting short. Berlin gets mollied out of position. They still have garage information here. So Berlin's not doing a huge amount by creating pressure over in this direction. Okay, now the turret is broken. Okay, Howdong gets info over towards A. Good awareness from Smoggy to break that. And now, this is where they need... Motherfucker hasn't put the Viper Orb on A again. I stopped checking for it because I assumed he would just do it. He hasn't put the Viper Orb on A. He just put his wall down instead. You sneaky son of a bitch. Alright. The nobody Viper Orb check has to be a mandatory thing at the beginning of every round now. Because I thought that I'd overreacted and that he was just going to do it as standard. And it turns out that was not the case. You literally just do it at the start of the round. Like, there's no decision-making process. You just do it immediately at the beginning of the round and then go and do the rest of your setup. Like, he didn't even use the orb this round, and he just went for a random... I guess it's because they're on, like, a half buy. But they basically forced, because they had Kang using knives, and Smoggy's brought down to 250 anyway. So, that really was a rifle round. And they just didn't have the most important piece of the puzzle to defend A.
就几乎在相后都会有舌吻，然后前点位都会给一些引路之损和暗眼。那所以对于 EDG 来说，他几乎在点点是没有什么可以站的位置的。
Okay, I think that was him doing the lineup for it.
EDG 是没有什么终极技能去提供给他们去打对方。
All right. So the orb check. He orbed PogJam. Autumn is opping and is looking to try and catch any C peekers. Now, nobody's not going to swing C, is he? They walk down mid and break the turret. Walking down mid with this Viper wall is really good. Shishu's looking to... Whoa. Shishu's going for the aggressive peek. Nobody is peeking C. Like, close, not even Jiggle peeking the box. He's just fucking peeking. Dude. Right. Oh, then Kang dies as well to a nice shot by TCH. But, I mean, the A site is very weak right now. They're going to end B, which I think is fine, but like the worst place that you could go to with your operator, really. But they have such a player advantage, it'll be okay. I think. Yeah, it will be okay. Howdong can't kill everybody, right? With 3 bullets. Oh, this paranoia is going to be fat. Oh, he knows they're both there. This is so fucking winnable. Oh, unlucky, unlucky. Why did nobody just go for a swing on C? Was it a jiggle peek that Autumn hit a crazy shot on? No. No, it wasn't some kind of jump peek. I mean, it's a good it's a good punish from Autumn. And nobody probably would have gotten away with that if he was playing against a player with a Vandal or something. But it's just not good positioning even then. If he's peeking for information and his info is that there's multiple players there, they're just going to run him down as well. He's not in a spot where he can really get behind his Viper wall and play safely. But why? Great question. I'm not really sure. Why? Because they wanted info? I guess. EDG just making... They're really... I think EDG's biggest problem so far on Haven could be boiled down to one issue. It's a bit reductive, but it could be. Which is that they just keep trying to force things. They're on defense, playing a Viper comp that's insanely powerful if your opponents push into you. But you have to inform the rotates correctly and flood defend. But they keep trying to force aggressive things to work, like Kang pushing out of A, or Smoggy trying to flash peek out into A lobby, or like nobody going for a peek down C long, or something like that. it is good to work a few aggressive options into this comp. Like the walk down mid in particular is pretty good. But you also don't need to force stuff. I mean, this is sneaky from Kankan. Good outplay. He knows that TZH has been scaling pretty aggressively off that wall. TZH is not just popping the wall and faking it. He's actually going down short a lot. So now B seems like a bad place to go without the Viper wall. Oh my god. I actually ruined my voice earlier screaming. There's the value of... Holy shit. Chichu just came in like a wrecking ball. I came in like a wrecking ball. I don't know. In this co-stream, we're only going to do analysis by quoting songs by fucking, I can't even remember her name. Hannah Montana. What is her name? Miley Cyrus, there we go. Now, we're not all going to die to Autumn's op in spawn, are we? To try and get it out of his hands. This is devastating for the EDG economy, honestly. They can all still buy, but that was an opportunity for them to get a nice buffer and deny the operator. And they failed. I actually never watched Hannah Montana. I just can't remember her fucking name. Hannah Montana was like 20 years ago. Yeah, it was actually, I think Hannah Montana was even before my time. Maybe. Oh, maybe that was exactly my time, but I just didn't have the channel that it was on or something. They're gonna pit short. Okay. Well, they're pitting short, but they still have the turret A, and they still have the Sky playing A as well. This pit seems really strange, though, because they can wrap around it towards long. That's what the turret's for. To give nobody the information. It does allow them to stack 3 players over towards C and Garage, but they don't have the wall there. You know, nobody hasn't even used his wall, so they don't have that, like, really good piece of tech to play around. Also, nobody's got an orb to help him fight A long here. This is a really strange round. Surely nobody could use his wall before he pits. Literally anywhere on the map that would be useful for his team. Alright, how do they defend C? They do have the Jet and Omen here, which are 2 very good characters for defending C. Nice from Kankan. I don't mind the idea for Haodong to peek off that. Autumn's dominated the smoke with the shorty. Oh, wow. Oh, and the lurk. I mean, look at... Nobody just flicked around to see his demise. What a shot from Smoggy. Oh, that's unbelievable. I can't believe they're going to win this round. I cannot believe they're going to win this round because Smoggy hit that shot. Dude, sometimes Smoggy just hits flick shots that look like he's toggling. That was like a 90-degree flick shot that just looked like an absolute toggle. Show me the Smoggy flick. Oh. I guess it wasn't that impressive in the replay, but it was like a 180 turn reacting to the shot. It's so fast. It doesn't look insane on the replay, but it is really good. Okay, this round nobody's playing A. Smoggy gets opt at the beginning of the round. Why are you facing the angle? You know that Autumn has been attack op in the entire time. Hello. Cool. Okay, cool.
跳 pick 其实也很危险，因为对面有进攻区。
对，先堵第一个口子，感觉想要去打提速了。
又是自己给烟，然后贴到烟里，突然打一波闪光技能往外冲。
Nice. Okay. Sounds good. That's the technique.
有人已经传到点内，奥特先把后盾给穿掉了。
Thank you, love.
这个全面封锁其实是有口子可以站的，
但位置会比较的紧凑，3个人都是被挤在了死点附近。
而且有烟，看一下第一时间，康康这把明狙觉得不太好发挥，给到了一个单向烟，奥特应该看到了康康的位置，一甩没有能够甩到，奥特是拿到了一波3杀，而且
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention to this round. I'm gonna go back and just have a look at the key points. So I saw Smoggy die over here. And then Sight Hit comes out. They don't have a wall on C because nobody just started the round playing A. They paranoia. Dog gets broken. And then Haodong just misses the shot. And yeah, it's GG after that, isn't it? Dude, I gotta say, chat, that was an appalling half by EDG. That, I mean, in no way did they use the Viper to its fullest extent. Smoggy did not look like he understood how to play Sky on the map either. They are really antsy on their defense side and don't have a range of ideas that actually fit with how the comp strengths work on Haven. That looked like a lot of the tier 2 teams in Americas would be able to beat them, and a bunch of the tier 1 teams obviously as well. That looked, I mean, maybe they wouldn't because maybe they'd get out-dueled or something, but the EDG players don't look like they're in, you know, they're not lighting the world up in these rounds most of the time. We had a really nice round from Chichu when he just decided to swing B and kill 3 of them, and some nice shots from Smoggy, but yeah, their economy was broken the entire time too, basically, so they didn't really have Kankan's up in his hand as much as they could have done. Yeah, goddamn. So do you think EDG are just burned out? Okay, chat. Let me put this question to you. If you were burned out, wouldn't you just do the same shit every round? Like, if you were burnt out and you're a Viper playing Haven, wouldn't you just throw the A orb every round, put the C wall in the same place, and just kind of run through the motions? Why if you're burnt out, would you be like throwing your shit in all sorts of different ways and I don't know, it's like, it doesn't feel like burnout to me. It just, I would just start taking duels. I just want to shoot people. Yeah, maybe. But this is rough gameplay. I would troll trying to make it fun again. Well, I don't know whether it's fun to lose, is it? I mean, maybe. These games don't mean that much if EDG are confident they're making it into partnership, and they don't mean that much anyway, because EDG are at the top of the standings. They have guaranteed seed 1, I think, for Ascension. Maybe not guaranteed. Maybe there's more points on the line. Maybe they can lose it. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah. Surely nobody was having more fun playing Sky and just flashing people and running at them on the lurk. So yeah, FPX, again, not using the meta wall. They're going for a very strange wall on this pistol round. And not using the orb on A either, from what I can see. So we might have both teams trolling on them. Is that their Viper orb in mid? Oh, it doesn't even matter, does it? Autumn's just killing everybody. Look at this orb in mid, chat. Look at that orb. You see that orb in mid? What's going on here? What's going on? Autumn's popping off in this game, but what are these strategies by both of these teams?
我觉得 FPX 他们做的比较好的一个点是根据场上拿到的信息去做这种动态的潜艇。
Yeah, Autumn is absolutely owning. Same strange defensive wall. Nice little peek by Yang. No smoke over here on A for them to play around. A orb in a not as useful spot, but massive ult advantage, weapon advantage, and Autumn's able to play kind of within the orb there. Doing a bit of running it down. So is that where they're going to put the A orb every time? Definitely worse than the other spot, but probably won't make a difference because they're up so much. We'll see though. Let's have a look. Yes, they've put the A orb here as they did on the previous round. So just Chinese things. Also, this wall, I don't think is that bad for defending C, but it doesn't do anything in Garage, and I guess in B it actually does allow you to flood defend B from this side, so it seems like an alright wall. It doesn't block off the turret, so this turret is getting full value in mid. And it doesn't really help you stop the like splits into C. But it does allow you to flood defend C and B, so I'm alright with this Viper wall. It's the Viper orb that's a bit strange, but TCH is going to try and play around it right now. So he's got the orb, like, basically right at his feet. And he doesn't have anybody spotting. They don't have any information. They don't sky flash long. They don't pop the Viper orb because they don't know when to time it. Autumn is just killing everybody. It's a 3v3 post plant, and your opponent has an operator on the other side of the map. There's no reason to feed here. You could just play a very standard setup, and Kankan's facing this. Just can't be helped. That's a ridiculous shot again by Autumn, because I don't think he could properly see Kankan. He's just shooting off the minimap. So we didn't even get to see Kankan take a duel against Lysor. Autumn is just killing everybody. Oh my god, apart from right now. Oh, yes, he is. No, he's still killing everybody. They don't have enough time, but what a round by Autumn. He just gets a ridiculous dink onto Chishu and then kills 3 more players in the retake to almost win the round. Holy shit. Autumn nearly had that. But another really tragic defense round and a badly played post plan by EDG. But yeah, that is a bit unfortunate for Kankan that he wasn't at least able to take 1 duel, which is the whole point of him being there. But he, you know, I think it's very likely that he dies going for a play like that. I suppose if he does dominate the smoke at the right time, he might end up making the play to win the round. But if you're in a 3v3, you can just win the post plant anyway. Just because the game is being lost doesn't mean that you need to make clutch plays all over the place. This is dangerous from Autumn. Nice reaction to the orb going down there, though. And they don't bloom the smoke in time for that. He saw Smoggy before the smoke went up. Dude. The coordination with the... nice anticipation of Lysor dropping out through the smoke. But this is still a player disadvantage. God, the high-low setup. What is this? What is this? They have a high-low setup that exposes themselves to long. And they have to watch in case somebody lurked towards short. That seems... Did you see that, chat? So one of them's on top of the box and one of them's on the low ground, and they're trying to high-low long, but one of them was having to look towards the default box. One of them was having to look towards the other direction because they were worried about somebody potentially lurking through. There they are on the minimap. Look, see them tucked in the corner on the minimap? It seems like an alright idea, except that they are so exposed, they can never get behind cover, and they can't see short properly. So, it goes from being like an alright idea to a really rough one, I think. If there's any utility thrown at them, any flash or anything, and they're just so out in the open. I don't think that setup makes too much sense.
那这个蛇纹感觉要扑地上了，哎，好像没给得到，
不是很好。这个角落还是可以站，而且队友的烟起来了，阿阳可以顺势换一个位置。
毗邻之虎过来，虽然咬到，
Ayan gets stunned for quite a while there. Just face tanks the dog. At this point, though, the map is just over. The map is over. EDG are actually going out this tournament. If they're playing like this, which they are, because we're watching it, and this is the reality that we're living in, they're going out the tournament in third. There's, you know, they look so much worse here than the other teams. They look like they'd also lose to Trace in this condition too.
确实 ，FunPlus 他们是很懂 fake 战术的，所以 C 没有拿到确切性。联赛的一瞬间抓紧
阿阳把浩东也打掉了 ，A 大两个人直接倒地。
Yeah, they need a nice long break and to focus on scrims and server time, and really perfecting what they're doing before they just run it over and over and over again in matches. To me, they look like the kind of team that's just been skipping the details. Because they've been having to play so many matches. Do you know what I mean? Not like Burnout in the sense of like, I'm going to run it down because I want to have fun. But like, the kind of Burnout where, oh, we've just got to win this match. It doesn't matter exactly whether we've got it perfect. Let's just go into the match and win it. Oh, yeah, I know we said we were going to work on our post-plant setups, but we've got to focus on the next match. We've got to do the prep for the next opponent. Do you know what I mean? Like that kind of Burnout. It feels like a little more because there's just so many weird bits around how they're playing these maps and comps, and like decisions that I'm sure if they VOD reviewed, they would not be happy with how they played these spots.
或者说他们这个阵容不太好给到相应的限制。
毗邻之虎过来先找一下人的位置。Autumn 这个防守前压看起来看到了。
Whoa, the first miss of Autumn's career, but he gets out still. Kankan tries to punish. Oh, and Autumn got full blinded. Otherwise, he would have been good with the shorty there. Wow. Actually, the Viper wall is perfect for Lysor to take that fight, but Kankan still won it anyway. You know, Kankan should really be pushing backside there with another flash. Smoggy has a flash, but he didn't because they're playing in a very uncoordinated manner at the moment, but he still gets the reward for it. Lysor really should have killed him there, and then Smoggy, you know, should have been incentivized to use the flash afterwards. Chishu's on the lurk. That was weird, nobody didn't even react to TCH peeking him. Nobody watching Garage, but it doesn't matter. And Chishu was there the whole time as a backup option too. How does FPX's mid-rounding look? It doesn't look amazing, but, well, I assume you mean on the attack side mostly, right? I think that they're definitely playing around the map, right? They're not just trying to shove things into one direction. They're definitely making decisions in the mid-round. I think they're not always finding the right place to end, right? They're not always finding the gap. And I don't think they're making their decisions super logically. Like, for example, when the Viper dies, they weren't trying to prioritize the A hits. When the Jet dies, they weren't trying to play, like, you know, they weren't doing things that really, oh my god, Autumn is so weak, but he still survives on 5 health. This guy just can't die today. Unkillable. Yeah, so there is some mid-rounding going on. It doesn't look perfect, but it was enough to beat EDG on this half, on the previous half, sorry. FPX are just such a weird team anyway, though, that I think they just have a very different read on how the game works. So what they might think of as the perfect call, I might disagree with. EDG are going to make a little comeback of this, and then they're going to lose. Yeah, that's true. important not to basically memorize bad habits by doing them all the time. Yeah. If they do a bit of a hard reset, take a break, come back in, really focus on minimizing the mistakes, I think that'll be... Not just minimizing mistakes, though. Minimizing mistakes and understanding how their comps and strats are supposed to work, because it feels like there's a lot of... And I think some of this might be because Smoggy and Nobody have swapped roles on some of the maps, but not all of the maps. It feels like there's a lot of failure to understand what's going on. Small F. Oh yeah, I dropped 500 frames. That's weird. Don't know why.
这样的话，狙可以保下来，对于方 plus 来说完全可以接受，因为现在自己的一个分差优势还是蛮明显的。
感觉对于康康来说也没有想到刘一手会站在一个这么靠前。
Is there a non-weird team in China? Yeah, actually, I feel like Rare Atom have been playing fairly standard compositions in fairly standard ways. I think Trace have also been doing quite a lot of that too.
以及他身边的保镖这样一个技能上的互换，就同时一直在给狙创造自己抢第一枪位的这个空间。
They're clutch kings, so if they start the comeback, there's no stopping them. We'll see. They failed the comeback yesterday on Lotus. They got it back all the way to overtime, and then they dropped it. I think they got it to OT, didn't they, on Lotus? I seem to remember it going 12-12. Rare Atom has the Korean IGL influence, I guess. Yeah, maybe. Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Rare Atom also play Phoenix sometimes, though. Yeah, they do, but isn't that only on Sunset? I feel like on Sunset there isn't really a standard way to play the map. So it's hard to play off meta if there is no solid meta. If I was to choose which Chinese teams would I want to put for franchising, I don't really know. I mean, obviously, I'd be disappointed if one of the top rosters ended up not making it in, but I don't know. Outside of the obvious ones like EDG, FPX, Billy, you know, that kind of thing, I don't really know how large the other organizations are. Alright, Kankan and Autumn facing each other. Smoke goes up, so Viper goes down.
对 Autumn 来说，他的位置仅限于此，就在这个凹槽，我就不出来。
做了2手准备，开局高闪加一个近点的黑杖，确保你没有。
This is really worrying for Autumn, but he's just going to boldly stand in place because he's got like 1,000 kills at this point. The dog forces Autumn out of position. They have 4 players here defending A. FPX are just full stacking their A defense. Oh, and Autumn gets 2 with the shorty. Nobody still manages to get another kill, though. There's still one more player here, and they know he's here, right? Berlin literally killed somebody here already. And the teammates are commenting that. Nobody's reloading on site. Do they not think Berlin could be short? Ooh, they're going to pit and plant for CT. This is an uncomfortable spot. Kang is going to go for the info peek and gets punished. Now Berlin has to really just tap, try and bait out a peek. I would tap and bait out another peek, I think. He's going to go for the plant. Wow. This is going to be a tough round. Definitely tons of different ways that nobody could get timinged. I mean, look at this. They've dominated his pit. Yeah, wow. They knew exactly where he would be. Because they cleared out all the rest of the site area. And then they get inside his pit and they're like, he's got to be in hell. Wow. I mean, considering that is one of the more, like... I guess it's not a standard map anymore now that people are playing Viper on the map, but... I mean, damn, EDG looked rough with how they were playing the defense side, and they couldn't exploit the subpar Viper setups that FPX were using either. FPX also just, you know, giving them no respect, full stacking A at the end of that half, just assuming that EDG are on full tilt going for the 5-man hits. Yeah. That's a disappointing one.
在缺少信息的情况下 ，FunPlus 的处理相较于 EDG 更加成熟。其实，在防守边的时候 ，EDG
Is this a tournament where the winner goes to Ascension? No, it doesn't work like that actually. You get points for being at a certain level in the tournament. So the first place gets more points than the second place, which gets more points than the third place, and then the points are all added together for the 3 tournaments that were played this year in China: Act 1, Act 2, and Act 3. This is Act 3, and then of those you have a points list, and then the 10 teams that make it into partnerships get taken out of the list, and the next 10 teams, the next top 10 teams, those are the teams in Ascension.
而且这个阵容确实打到后面，他们感觉没有找到破口之后，他们是选择了去打个人能力。但是个人能力其实这一套阵容并不是那么突出。
Which cologne do you wear? I need to attract a partner. I wouldn't recommend smelling like me if you want to attract a partner. I don't wear cologne. Yeah, this was a very disappointing performance from EDG. They would not win if they went to a Masters tournament, right? If this was an international tournament, they wouldn't win against any team in contention on Haven playing like this. I mean, basically name any top-level team, they would lose to them. FPX, on the other hand, looked like they had enough coordination with what they were doing, even though what they were doing, I think, is a bit subpar. They would probably have some like close games against some middling teams, but again, they're just not playing the Viper setups well enough to hold off A hits, I think. They have to stack A in order to stop the A hits from coming through, and that's so exploitable if you have an attacking IGL that's any good at mid-rounding. Or any good at, like, you know, understanding how his opponents are being conditioned to play, and then exploiting that. You should grow out a peacock tail? That's a good idea. But yeah, Autumn absolutely dominated. But I don't think that's the reason that... I know it sounds bonkers to say that the player with 400 ACS is not the reason that they won, but I think in some kind of way, like EDG playing that badly allowed Autumn to get such ridiculous stats. Autumn was obviously playing really well, but he was being given a ton more openings than he really should have been because EDG are misplaying how they played the defensive side. Like, they should have been able to keep Autumn down to, like, you know, 250, 300 ACS. They shouldn't have allowed Autumn to get up to 30 and 8. Autumn wasn't just running in there taking aim duels against everybody the entire map. You know, he got the first, like, the first 10 rounds he was farming, but because EDG were throwing their spaghetti around. But yeah, sick performance from Autumn. 14 first kills for FPX. It definitely felt like that. And only 4 plants for EDG, although they barely played any on the attack side, didn't they? So not really relevant. But yeah, I mean, when you're playing a comp that's designed to flood, defend, and you allow your opponents to plant 9 out of 12 times, 9 out of 12 rounds, they got the plant down, FPX. I think that stat shows the failure of EDG trying to stop them from getting into sights. They just had lost the round so early on most of the time.
这个阵容体系感觉在莲花古城是比较成熟了，然后其次就是他们选手的状态现在也是在蒸蒸日上，而对 EDG 来说确实需要。
Someone in Bren's Twitch chat told me to use a cologne called Lynx. Apparently, it's very popular and fancy there. Yeah. Yeah, the ladies go crazy for Lynx Africa. They go crazy for it. I think it might actually be some of the worst smelling chemicals I've ever put anywhere near my nose. It's so potent. Fucking way too dank, that microphone. Way too dank. I swear there was something I was going to do during this map break, but now I've forgotten what it was. Get rid of it? Get rid of what? I don't even know what you want to get rid of.
我都放假了，都没有休息，来看你们比赛，你们必须给我进决赛。Hello， 大家好，我是 Alan。I
don't even know what you're referring to. Oh. That one. Yeah, I think that'll be fine. I think that'll be fine. You were going to acknowledge Ardis as the best opper in the EMEA? Ardis best chamber in EMEA. Ardis best opper in EMEA? I don't know whether that... He definitely could be. He definitely could be. But yeah, you have CNED, you have Nivera. Although maybe you don't have Nivera anymore. And then you have people like Durka as well. It's kind of hard to say, to be honest, because I haven't seen CNED be on absolutely insane form in a while. But honestly, you were joking. You might be correct though. Boaster sleeper pick. Nivera is definitely an incredible opper. He's just never playing characters that make sense to op. But he's still really good with the weapon.
好的，各位观众，欢迎回到5位契约私人赛区进化者系列公开赛，我是解说 OC，
我是解说 Saki。是
的，那在第一张地图 EDG 的自选图影视
I mean, Nivera needs to learn an agent that plays around his op if he wants to op a lot. And there's a lot more to that than it might seem. All right, let's do the New York Times mini. All right. What? This is not the right one, is it? Okay. Chat. What's the guess? What do you reckon? How long is this going to take me? Hello, Sliggy's mods are... Hello, Sliggy's mods are cucks. Nice to have you in the community. Come on in. Now, I wonder if you might have any grievances with our local co-streamer. I wonder if you might be coming here as a second option, perhaps, because something has happened over in Sliggy's stream. Now, I don't know how I put that together, but... Okay, all right. Not many. Few. Distinguishing quality. Don't know. It keeps a bun together. Hairpin. President Lincoln. Abe. League with an inaugural 22... What? I'm a Believer band with the Monkeys. What a humble brag attempts to show but doesn't. What? I don't know. Humility? Nope. Fuck. Method. Abbreviation. Don't know. Nearly all of his episodes... The one with... Oh, Friends, I guess. Where an AirPod goes, your ear. Courtroom testifier. Oh my god. A witness. Right? Oh shit. I think we've got this wrong. Hair tie. That must be. Witness. Forbidden. Taboo. What is this? It borders Nepal and Bhutan? Oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. I don't know. John who plays an Elon Musk-like billionaire on the morning show? I don't know. No sweat. Easy. Lock opener. Key. Jesus Christ. Distinguishing quality. Trait. League. NBA. Tibet. Modesty. Fuck. Okay, we got... I mean, we got there eventually, but what are some of these? All right. I think a hair tie must be an American thing, because I think we would call it a hairpin in the UK. League with an inaugural 2023 in-season tournament. Is that a defining feature of the NBA? That they have a preseason tournament? Don't other big sports have preseason tournaments? Oh, a hair tie is the stretchy one. Oh. Well, I'm bald. I'm bald, bro. What? I don't know those things. I also didn't know that the Monkeys was spelt with 2 E's, but now that I look at it, of course it is. Modesty. What is this? Sys. Method. Abbreviation. System. It seems like a stretch to me, but okay. Yeah. Who is John Hamm? I do not know who that is. All right, I popped off. Oh, wait, league with an inaugural 20... Oh, right. So they've got a preseason tournament for the first ever time in 2023. I see. John ham these nuts in your face. Does that work, chat? Does that work? Have I been got? I'm not sure that really works. Not preseason, it's in season. Right. Let me fucking read this. Let me read this properly. Let me read this properly. League with an inaugural. Right, first of all, it is a league. It has an inaugural for the first time in 2023. It is a league with an in-season tournament. No, I still don't understand it. I still don't understand it. So was it just the regular season usually, and there was no tournament, and now they added a tournament? Oops, fuck, we missed the beginning of the game. Why didn't you guys tell me? Okay, my reading comprehension skills finally got there. Kang has a shorty on the pistol round. Well, we're about to see something fast towards B. Prowler, double blast pack, beef the movement. A lot of damage onto Aang and Lysol. Oh, the wingman is so good. Oh, Kang got value out of the shorty, and now he can upgrade to a pistol. And it's over. Alright, so they made a B hit work.
这个位置几乎已经被锁定到了，名牌 TZH 就是从 C 区过来的，三个人直直的看着 PC 连接的位置，高低的双架。而现在球球的血量比较低，拉出来，一枪头先把球球给接了。
The esportsification of the NBA, a reverse Overwatch League. Ah, fantastic.
那看一下，来到第2分。 Autumn 这边是起到了一把飞将，哇！但他是没有护甲的哦。
Let's skip through this round.
听到了吃能量，
让他的晚宴回来的更早一些。
对，我觉得 EDG 他们在
To get back to live.
的情况下，应该是不想去慢打的，很容易落入到 FunPlus 习惯的节奏当中去。
I haven't played this game since Yoru came out. What the fuck is happening on the screen? I feel like there wasn't that much. Oh, I guess the gecko is a bit weird. All right, let's have a look at this then. Bonus round for EDG. Killjoy is using like a full B setup again. Classic FPX Lysor things. We've got the classic FPX defensive wall, which is just exactly on top of the attacking wall. Oh, what a shot from Jishu. I don't think that was even deliberate, man. The bullet went above where he was aiming. The bullet magnetized to Bolin's head.
对于 EDG 来说，完全不着急，现在打哪个点都可以确保自己有足够的人数优势。是，而且 TZH 这个位置有支架的
TZH trying to recover this. But not quite. And now EDG can just slowly start taking A. Open the door, Prowler. Nice. Okay. Well, this round should pretty much be over. If you win the A Rebel fight, so what did we see EDG doing fairly poorly last time we watched them play Lotus? Well, they went up 4 rounds. I watched back, by the way, the beginning of the Lotus game that they played against Rare Atom. So they went up 0-4 at the beginning, and then after that they had a terrible play with Kang's ultimate in round 5. Then they had a terrible play with Nobody's Viper Ult in round 6. And then in round 7 they did a bit more trolling as well. So EDG threw away their own attack half against Rare Atom yesterday by making really bad ult plays that stopped their momentum. So I want to see them come up with good ideas for their ultimates. And the first one online again is going to be Kang's. So with this showstopper, we want to see them get into a good position to use it. Now, I'm not sure whether they know that Lysor keeps setting up towards B. I don't think they've interacted with his setups very much. But if they've done VOD review, they might have an idea of that. But C seems quite weak. Ulting into C seems really good with the showstopper here. So I think what I would like to see them do is play a 3-1-1, take the C orb, insert a player into a safe position, like not a deep position, but a safe position in case they go for a re-clear. Take the orb over towards B, make it feel like a B hit, open the door to C, showstopper into C. That would be my IGL game plan here. But we'll see what happens. The Kang buzz cut needs to come back. Too iconic. It was a decent look, I think. Why do you think nobody is on Viper? What do you mean? Both EDG and FPX have a Viper. Fitch, worst joke of all time. What do you think of the OCE players being forced to join Chinese teams because OCE didn't get a slot for APAC franchising? Well, Autumn is kind of dominating. Also, I don't think they're forced to join Chinese teams. They are also open to join other regions. But, yeah, it would have been nice to see OCE get one slot for APAC franchising. I agree. I think it was a bit of a waste. Because, honestly, if you just give an OCE organization a slot for APAC franchising, they're not obliged to run an OCE roster. It would have been nice to see them do that. There's fucking no orgs here. Well, yeah, because OCE's been devastated by the wider decisions. Okay, this fight over towards C, though, seeks to try to deny EDG the option to use the showstopper, and they trade Duelist. That's better for FPX. Even though they are now only 4 players alive on a 3-site map, they've taken the big ult out of the picture. So they're going to try to react over towards A. They're a little slow with it, so Prowler in. They've already used the Paranoia, which would have been a big tool to be able to get into A. And they don't have even another Prowler to be able to get in. They're really lacking utility here. They don't have the Omen Flash. They don't have Prowlers. This is tough. Haodong only has 1 smoke. Once they have 2 smokes, they can start hitting B. Oh my god, they don't realize that Chichu's that pushed up. But Chichu doesn't realize Lysor's that pushed up. Good kill by nobody. I think Smoggy should have been good for the trade there, but when they both have Guardians, it gets a little stickier. Haodong's just trying to make sure that TCH can't cross, but this wall does allow TCH to cross quite nicely. I mean, Haodong's position is terrible here against TCH's wall, because he might have already gone into breakable door. He hasn't, though. Thankfully, Haodong caught the timing, thankfully for EDG. And the round is over without Kang even having to use his ultimate. Now Kang is 1 orb away from the showstopper, so he can just run the same strategy again here. Try and pick up an orb, and now you don't really have to do it over towards C, but I think C would still be the best place to go for. But you might want to throw a one-way. Like, throw an Omen one-way and throw a Haunt at the beginning of the round to try and secure C control, and that way if they fight, you can feel fairly confident fighting into them. You could even TP Haodong over the other side, if you're confident that you want to fight it. Big play by Chichu in this round, though, to be able to go 1 for 1 and control that space for them. So yeah, I'd like to see them play for an orb and go towards C. I'd like to see them go for a one-way, Haunt up here or Haunt on this box or something. TP Haodong across, try to fight. But it looks like they're going to go for the B orb instead. So 3 players pushing in this direction. Nobody to listen for this, though. So nobody to really tell them to go fast towards B. Oh, sorry, I thought Kang was 1 orb away. He got a kill in that round, of course, sorry. He doesn't need to play for the orb. He's spamming with a Vandal into the smoke. Not even bursting, just full spraying. So he gets counter-spammed by a player with a Sheriff and dies. They're also on an anti-eco, which I didn't realize. I'm losing track here. So they probably didn't want to use the ultimate this round. Nobody's in a dangerous position. He still goes 1 for 1, but I don't like the play. Wow. Wow, Smoggy actually wins that. Very dangerous. Kangkang spraying and gets punished. Nobody walks into a smoke, gets punished by the stun. Great stun by Berlin. And then do you see the Viper Orb that they use? That was a really nice idea by TCH. They use a Viper Orb to be able to get back in through B main with all of the Gecko utility. It's a nice idea to try and retake from FPX. Alright, now, big ultimates. An operator on the other side. Autumn is opping towards B. And EDG sending it towards A. In the Rare Atom game, Kangkang went A with his Showstopper and he just double blast packed right at the beginning of the round and died. So, we're looking for Kangkang or Smoggy to open up A with their ultimate. What the fuck are these Viper Walls? Well, the attacking Viper Wall is fairly normal. The defending Viper Wall is really weird, Low Strider, yeah. It's the one that FPX use all the time. TCH is, I don't know, Viper Crackhead. He uses really weird walls. But, I mean, he just got a kill on Kangkang by swinging through his own wall. And then Autumn finds a good timing on Chishu, who's trying to lurk. By the way, they lost a player and then just immediately sent their Nightfall afterwards. Like, how does that make any sense? So, they're not posting people up on the other side of the wall in order to actually control the space. So, if you have a look at the replay here, like, if you pause... Wait, sorry. If I pause, because you guys can't pause. Right, look here. The Kangkang was swinging through this wall, and TCH just swung through as well. What EDG aren't doing, they're not posting people up on these angles. So they're all playing behind the Viper Wall on this side. So they're allowing TCH's Viper Wall to get value because they're scared to stand in this area. They're scared of somebody potentially flashing out through this or flashing out through this breakable door or something like that. But they need to get posted on those positions so that they actually control the space. They still haven't been able to use Kangkang's ultimate, and they got it in round 4. It's now round 7. Oh, they could have got it in round 4. I suppose they didn't literally. They got it in round 5. Alright, so Kangkang eventually gets value with it. Autumn just tries to bum rush Kangkang there, hoping that he would get that kill. If Autumn did get the kill onto Kangkang, the next player for EDG was a little far behind, but not crazy far behind. I don't like the play from Autumn. I think if Autumn had just waited, they have Thrash to retake with. He could have tried to scale off the Thrash and been in a decent position, but, you know, Autumn's got a hot hand from the previous map and maybe just feeling it. Yeah, the way that this wall works from, like, if this is the defender's wall, as the attackers, you really need to have people stood here, right? And the problem with being stood here is you need to have this smoked off, like, permanently, or you need to have people holding it permanently. So when the Viper wall is up, or the Viper smoke is up, or there's an Omen smoke there, that's a somewhat safe position to play in, especially if you have broken the door yourself. But if you run out of any of those things, like when the Viper utility from the attackers is down, or when there's no Omen smoke there, it feels like a bit of a dangerous spot to be playing in. But I still don't think it's that great of a Viper wall. I don't think it's going to become the standard. The biggest problem with what FPX do on the defense side is that they don't throw any utility to help their teammates across the rest of the map. So the Viper wall isn't thrown to help the players on B. The Killjoy utility is usually just all clumped around the B site to stop fast B hits from coming through. Whereas most teams defend B hits either by playing retake there or by having their raised Sky player. I guess it would be like the Neon and the Sky player in this comp. They like pressure A early and then they go back to B to try to catch fast B hits. Autumn's still got his operator.
又拼了。
He just bought it up, fresh, brand spanking new operator. And he's going to take this peak towards C. Everyone's going to be here. Berlin needs to break the haunt for him. Autumn is so deep. Okay, Berlin breaks the haunt. Pull back smoke.
EDG 已经是在开始往后撤了。
你有如此勤劳的保镖，那后面一定是把局再给一个滑车巡游，你打不打嘛？还是有人打呢。
That's nice. They now know that the neon is here. They've got to suspect that the neon is opening if they're pushed that deep. And nobody's taken some quite nice space for them over towards A. So they're going to get a lot of people behind the wall. Wow, they're actually going to insert nobody towards stairs while the rest of them push site. I quite like this idea, but they... Oh, wait, are they all walking stairs? Oh, what? No, you don't all need to walk stairs. Okay, get one kill and then leave and go back to site, right? I can't watch anymore. I can't watch anymore.
在独木拉开一瞬间，他就是敏锐的捕捉到了对面可能会来楼梯这个位置做一波反清。
对，而且 EDG 的想法是
Why are they pushing so deep?
出其不意，浩东倒了。
Oh, I mean, how does Berlin get all four of them?
叠在了一起。我觉得这个位置打的稍微有点太。
Dude. How does Sideshow predict these moments? Because it's obviously a bad idea. Because it's just a poor decision. Okay, so the attack operator misses the shot this time. And I think you can be fairly confident that Neon isn't there. Nobody is trying to take a timing inside of the pit. Please leave, nobody. Just leave. Just leave, bro. Just leave. So this is going to be an extremely difficult round for EDG to win because this pit has gotten established. Unless they want to try and go... I don't know, it's really difficult to get rid of this pit, actually. They could try and spam Prowler into it, but it's really unlikely to get anything done. They've used both of their Prowlers already. No utility for them to try and face here on B. Kang though finds the attack op kill, and now they can go over to C. Oh, and Chishu punishes TZH for going for the reaction out of his pit. I like it. Whoa, 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 wait, Haodong, wait for your teammates, Haodong. There we go. Holy shit. EDG definitely playing better than they did against Rare Adam because they're just playing in a more conservative manner, but they're still making quite a few mistakes. Actually, though, this round, they just looked like they were about to make mistakes. Really, the way that they played was pretty good. They avoid feeding into the Viper's pit, which I was so confident that nobody was about to do. And then they... use their Prowlers to get close on B, face on B. I wasn't huge on the way that they were taking the fight, but they were looking for a pick. They prompted a peek out of the player on C, punished that, and then they pivot into the C hit. The call to pivot C was good from Haodong. Yeah, having the name Nobody is very troll. I mean, it's the biggest tournament in China, Goblin God. I think... I don't know. I think that they... I don't think EDG will be giving up on this tournament just because they have points already. I think they will still want to be known as the top team in China. Like, when you've won every tournament in China, you're not just happy to throw the final one, I don't think. Every player that competes at this level has a level of, like, pride and competitiveness. I think it's very unlikely that they just int. If EDG wins today, Rare Adam can't overtake them. Oh, so it actually does mean something. I didn't even realize it meant something. So they've taken a rebel control. That was another thing that Rare Atom was doing really well against EDG, is that Rare Atom was controlling rebel a lot. And because Autumn is opping a ton, they're not really actively controlling rebel. You know, they've just got the stun at the beginning of the round, and that means that Autumn has to be A, so that's one of the limitations of the Neon comp. Okay. I like that nade as well from Kankan. You need to use utility to take that breakable door. I think that's a mistake a lot of teams make. Ooh, the detain, but well protected by nobody. Oh, good play by EDG there. Anticipated what was going to happen from FPX and played around it nicely. Just a very solid, slow A round from EDG there. They have Pit in the post, but they're in a 4v2, so they don't want to use it. But if nobody gets into a slightly safer position here... No. Instead, if nobody walks forwards... Well, the round is over at this point anyway. The Gecko's getting 0 value. Yeah, the Gecko is good for the retakes, but for some reason FPX do not play retake B very often. They tend to put a lot of their Killjoy utility on B instead of putting it on C. But yeah, syncing up the Dizzy and Wingman is actually really good for that, but I don't think FPX have thought through their strat book to try and optimize the power of their comp on many of their maps. They play in very unusual ways. So we're going to have a 4-player stack over here towards A at the beginning of the round. Turret watches over towards B, 1 player C, playing for rebel control. Stun early, the stun lands here, the snakebite lands here as well. Trying to drive people weirdly into C, which is where only 1 player is, but Berlin has a judge. Nobody, don't cross to the other side, bro. Solo player alone in a lobby after they've pushed for complete rebel control. Maybe I should tuck in the corner where I can't leave. They're going into Berlin's judge. No way for them to know that Berlin has a judge here. Now Berlin has an operator. He went from a judge to an op. I like this high-low setup. It's really good for punishing what Shishu's going for. Who's the better Sentinel pick for new Breeze, Waylord or Dragonite? I would say for Breeze, you probably want Dragonite. I think Waylord dominates on smaller maps because his size advantage obviously is just overwhelming. So on maps like Split or Bind, Waylord is just crazy because you just fill up all of the space. But Breeze is so big, it even makes Waylord look a little small. So I think you want Dragonite there. Also, the ability to fly is just so OP. So yeah, that's... I think probably the best Sentinel pick.
EDG 在前期开局是对 A 大没有选择去抢的，就什么技能都没给，早知道其实 FunPlus 他们在抢 A 大的过程中几乎没怎么交技能。
All right, final round of the half. And we still have an ult to use for nobody. Oh, we also have the showstopper online now as well. Double, triple op! Triple op setup. They will die to the ops. They have an op on every site. Wow, the stun is so fast there afterwards as well from Autumn. Here's another op. Oh, Kankan gets the kill on TCH's op. And they take A instantly. Good reaction from Kankan. He read what was happening there. He knew that there was 2 over towards B. So he knows that there's max 1 A. Right? He's killed 1. There's 2 B. There's got to be 1 C. No, don't peek. Don't peek. You know that they have an op. They actually have 2 ops, but you know that they have at least 1 op. No need to go for the peek. Now, wouldn't it be nice? Wouldn't it be nice if we could get nobody's Viper ult out somewhere useful? Instead of him just fucking holding it the entire half. There we go. He took tree control and ulted.
这个回防有回复。
He's in there. He's in there.
只能够往里面去趟了，因为已经没有先锋，没有人能够帮他们去找位置。
而且球球是躲在了跟队友相反的一个方向。
在不停
Nice spam to distract.
给压力棍。
Oh, Chichu kills both of them anyway.
双杀，9比3的比分。
Nice.
EDG 在上半场。
Okay, actually good half from EDG. I feel like, yeah, they had a lot more patience being demonstrated there. They also got more value out of Kangkang's attack operator by creating pressure on other sides of the maps for him to, like, for other people to peek into him. Yeah. Nicely done. Now, EDG on their defense side lost the pistol, and then they lost the bonus. And that's basically why they lost the defense side against Rare Atom. They also didn't play the retakes particularly well, but when I went back and VOD reviewed it, I think it was way more important that they were just down 10-6 after they lost pistol and bonus. So, as long as they don't lose pistol and bonus again here, they should be able to just string together enough defensive rounds. Yeah, I'm actually learning Mandarin, yeah, for Body Shorts Gamer. Yep. Yep. I don't know any words yet, but I'm practicing really hard. I'm more learning, like, the vibe at the moment instead of any, like, words. I find that that's really helpful with languages in the long run. Is Maid Marian a Disney princess? Yeah, definitely. Why would she not be? You think just because she's not human, she can't be a princess? What kind of anti-Fox propaganda is this? Is the princess in The Princess and the Frog not a princess because she gets turned into a frog? Wait, that's not the plot, is it? No, she does get turned into a frog at some point, doesn't she? She gets turned into a frog because the prince is a frog. Wait, am I... It's called The Princess and the Frog. But I swear the prince is a frog and then she gets turned into a frog as well. Can anyone remember? I'm losing my mind. Bro, what about the mermaid? Yeah, I mean, but mermaids look human. They look more human than a fox or a frog. No, it's the princess in the frog? I don't think that... We watched different movies. We watched very different movies. Alright, so FPX are doing their weird attacking wall again. They're gonna open the door. Smoggy's gonna open door. But then they wall up. Are they opening the door for info? Are they... why would you open door and then Viper wall? What does that even do? I thought Smoggy was trying to get a peek behind the Viper wall or something. Dude, Smoggy looks so isolated on A right now. There we go. There we go. We've got some rotates for him. This deep turret is getting them crazy value over towards C. And this deep alarm bot is getting similar towards B. They killed little bro. Oh, Smoggy got a Kalat kill with that final shot. Alright. Well played pistol round by EDG. Smoggy gave them good information over towards A, just based on audio cues. They got a very deep turret and a very deep alarm bot, so Chichu... You could argue Chichu won them that round by just placing his utility in the correct spots so that they could stack 3 or 4 players over towards A. But yeah, that paranoia is nice as well. From Haodong. Really good. Really good. No, the frog is a prince and he becomes human again. Yeah, but I thought partway along that journey the princess also became a frog. Maybe I'm waffling. Don't get baited in here, please. Literally everybody getting caught by that seize. God, the FPX players are so weak. You might find this useful. I'm not going to be able to pronounce that. I mean, that... I'm not even... I feel embarrassed even attempting that because I know it was so horrendously wrong. That was pretty close. Yo, I popped off, chat. Immaculate pronunciation. Thank you. Thank you. That was perfect. I don't speak Chinese. Yeah. Yeah, me and you both. That was pretty close for an Anglophone moron. Was there any need for the clarification afterwards? Now Google translate it. What does it say? Like I'm a big bald bitch or something?
当时古眼应该是照了2次，看到了前点碎区大量的人。是，11比3，而且 EDG 这一分的枪械还是可以的。3把聊起来。
It says I am such an idiot. Right, right. Wonderful. Okay, EDG are gonna fight aggro over a rubble and try and post Haodong up towards a rubble as well. I like it. Now Haodong is gonna struggle a little bit to get good ideas of whether or not people are using this Viper setup to cross. This is one of the best things actually that this Viper setup does, is it stops you getting good value when you're over here, because you can't see if somebody's like walking out with it. But Haodong's doing his best. And the rest of his team is still stacked 2-2-1. Deep alarm bot still, by the way, from Chichu. Neon wall forces out the nanoswarms. Nobody doesn't have any snake bites left. So there's no nanoswarms, no snake bites on C. They're going to go back over towards A. I don't know whether Haodong has seen anybody. Oh, now he does. Okay, Haodong knows that there's somebody here. They're starting to rotate. Kang is coming over to him. They open the door. They've still kept 2 players over towards C, though. Good patience. Wow. Nobody was just about to leave, and Chichu held his ground for just a moment longer and won them this round. I say, pauses. Look, should have won them this round. There's 10 seconds left, and they're in a 4v2. Yeah, they've won the round. Yeah. That's very good patience from EDG. Very good patience. Considering that Haodong heard the Viper, heard them open the door, I mean, maybe there just didn't seem like there were enough footsteps. Maybe it was because they weren't using any of the initiator utility. But yeah, Chichu was not moving. Alright, Kang operator, down this line. This wall does not do a huge amount. Obviously, it allows them to cross and get kind of close. But I think Kang can still op from there. Because if they try to go forwards and not towards tree, like Haodong can hold tree and Kang can try and op towards the other direction. Okay. Gets a little more difficult with that orb in his face, but he's still going to be able to go for peaks once it's down. Oh my god, he's going to cross to the other side. He has blast packs to get himself out from here, so it looks really committed. It's not that committed. They're actually going to re-clear C at the same time, chat. Chichu and Nobody are going for a push out of C right now. Their alarm bot is still up on B. They've got to think it's A currently. They must think it's A. Kang has got to play safely here because they have full C information. They have a B alarm bot. They've got to think it's A. Oh my god, Kang is so close to getting punished for doing this silly crosshair wiggle that he does. And he still hits it. Oh, the stun onto the Thrash. Did that catch? No, it didn't catch onto Haodong. Haodong's position is like exposed to every angle there could possibly be. Smoggy is now alone. Oh, they found Berlin. They know that Berlin is here. But they're not proactively looking for him. They're just waiting for him. Okay. They still find him, though. And now it's a 3v2. Big catch onto the lurker. Alright. Smoggy, where is your fucking Fade utility? Why does Smoggy just splurge out his Fade utility like it's going out of fashion? Every one of these retakes Dude, every single time EDG go for a retake on A, they've used every piece of Fade utility. Every piece. Smoggy just splooges out the Prowlers like they're going out of fashion. And it's crazy as well because they have so much information in this round. So much info. They had a deep alarm bot on B. They don't need to be Prowler in B. They have people pushed out on C without the Fade, so they didn't use a Prowler over there either. Like, what is he even using them on? What's he doing? Is he doing loop-de-loops with them? Creating a little racetrack in spawn? What does he use them on?
而这一分过后，因为上一把起到了一把奥丁，起了一把明车，这一分 EDG 只能存钱了。
经济的消耗有点大，不过分差还是足够多的。
All right. TCH tucked in the corner against another team that's taken rebel control. Uh-oh.
这个 A 厅确实感觉也不太好抢，抢下来主要是你没有办法进一步往前推了。
哎，给了一个高速通道，但是没有进，在骗拉扯防守方的一个架枪位置。
They break turret. That's going to apply a lot more pressure over towards the C defenders. And EDG are just taking a gamble right now that they're ending B. They're like, they went and broke the turret, but they didn't commit. We think they're ending B. And then when the B players haven't seen anything, they're like, okay, maybe not. And now they just spread back out 2-2-1. Oh, Kang. Oh, my goodness. Dude, does he showstopper here? He could. Oh my god, he just spotted somebody. He peeked before the paranoia came through as well. How is nobody killing at 2 and keeping tree control? How did nobody just kill 3 and make this a 1v1?
但这波 AY 有捡枪的机会吗？
球球刚才是不是还破了个门啊？
Wait a second.
听到球球大概的位置的。再加上只是手术，你就只要架这一个近点就好了。
对。
但爆能器其实并不是
Oh, he's got the wrong read.
是，所以球球就很怀疑对面绕了。
The wingman planted, so I think he doesn't quite know where Berlin is. He's just wasting too much time here, unfortunately. Just the wrong read of where the player's going to be. NT, well, actually a bit of a weird peek by Berlin even offering that up, but yeah. All good.
毕竟是FunPlus的头脑，这种费特战术值大部分是依照柏林的临场。
Nobody being able to get both of those headshots
擅长在这种台上去
pretty spectacular.
的心理，而这波爆能器的
How's he managed that? All right, huge ultimates for both teams. This should be an explosive round, and it's another one where it's like it knocks them down onto an eco, right? So.
这个下了4把枪，对于 EDG 来说是可以接受的。
It's another round for FPX to really send the ults, and EDG will want to counter if they get into a decent position. Otherwise, they can just save their ults and win a round where FPX don't have any. Kind of depends what the flavor of the round looks like.
两边的终极技能都很多。
Interesting that they have Kang playing over towards C at the beginning of this round. Is that an anticipation of where the Thrash is going to go? This looks like they're going to... It looks like they're going to blast pack Razor off the turret. Yeah, they are. Well, they got rid of the Thrash. They're going to start pushing people into Haodong or Smoggy. Smoggy hasn't used any of his Prowlers yet. He's going to use one of the Prowlers to check. The Prowler doesn't even go far enough. He fade ults with 40 seconds left and catches 3 players. And then he's going to play offside. So Smoggy needs to, if they're playing a retake, Smoggy needs to not use his Prowler or Horn. Oh, perfect from nobody. The timing on that snakebite could not have been more perfect. And they mashed them. Well, EDG playing Lotus significantly better than we saw them play it against Rare Atom, but also against a very different composition, right? But yeah, decent performance from them. Decent performance. Way better than their Haven performance too. Oh. Ooh. Close, close, close. Oh yeah, I wasn't even live. Don't know why.
我觉得这个狭窄的路口，如果你要转点的话，你势必会吃到很多的技能效果，很多的枪线效果。我觉得这个可能是对方老师来说他们无奈之举吧。
主要是当时时间不够了。
Yeah, I think nobody just has a very do the Pokedoku. Okay, good idea. Let's do the Pokedoku. Yeah, I think nobody just has an extremely feast or famine kind of playstyle. No matter what he's playing, but at the same time, when he's playing Viper, he's not doing stupid stuff as often to do with like running in aggressively and dying. I think it has tempered that aspect a little bit. I mean, we saw him peak aggressively over towards C on Haven and get punished for that. But most of the silly stuff that he's doing on Viper is just about not using his utility correctly. And on Lotus, we actually saw some great utility usage. The snake bites to control tree when he had the ghost, and the snake bite in the final round there as well, both really, really good. Okay, let's have a look. Mythical. What is a mythical Pokemon when it's at home? Like, is Registeel a mythical? Okay, we need to be careful here, though, because there might be a couple, like... Can I think of another Steel Pokemon that doesn't have an evolution line? Because, again, Registeel would be an obvious answer there, but is there another mythical Steel Pokemon that I can think of? Bugfire, the Volcano Pokemon, right? Volcarona. Fire Steel. Fire Steel. I don't feel like this should be that difficult. Fire Steel. I can't actually think of one. Huh. I can't think of one. Alright, no evolution line, and it's a bug. That's got to be pretty weird as well, doesn't it? Because most bugs are like early game, have a lot of evolutions or evolve really quickly. What's a bug that doesn't have an evolution line? Crap, man. I don't even know what the Unova region is. I'm getting tilted already. I'm going to lock in Registeel here. What? Registeel isn't a mythical? What does mythical mean? What does mythical mean? Okay, I'm going to go for Registeel here. I do not know what the word Registeel means. Sorry, I don't... fucking hell. I do not know what the word... Jesus Christ. I don't know what the word mythical means in the context of Pokemon. Right. A bug Pokemon that... Oh, what are these... Right, what is a mythical steel Pokemon then? Chat, I don't know the definition of mythical. Chat, what is the definition of mythical? You've put it in emote only, for fuck's sake. Alright, well... What other steel Pokemon do we know that are legendary, mythical, something like that? What the fuck is a mythical Pokemon? Legendary Pokemon are typically encountered over the course of each story in a Pokemon game, with some reserved for post-game encounters or trades. Mythical Pokemon can only be encountered through outside means. Mythical Pokemon can only be encountered through outside means. So stuff like Mew, where you needed a event to be happening. Well, bloody... I don't know. I don't know what a steel-type Pokemon is that's got an event around it. Oh, what about, like, Dialga? Dialga's a steel-type. I feel like that's a legendary. I think it's a legendary Pokemon. I think that's definitely a legendary. I don't think that's a mythical. I'm not going to go for that. All right. Come on. We must know some others. Bug. No evolution bug Pokemon. No evolution bug Pokemon. Oh. Okay. Oh, but in Gen 1, Scyther didn't have... No, not Scyther. Yeah, Scyther. In Gen 1, Scyther didn't have an evolution line. But now it does, right? Because it has the... What is the evolution called? Scyther and Scizor or something. Yeah, Scizor. So... So that's probably a bad shout. What else? What are some other bug-type Pokemon? Ooh, I know a bug-type Pokemon that doesn't have an evolution, I think. I don't think this has an evolution. Heracross. Although there is a Heracross Mega right there, but that's not an evolution, is it? I don't think Heracross has an evolution. Unless they added one? But if they have, I mean, I'm fucked, aren't I? So let's just go for it. Yeah, nice. Okay. What region is Unova? I don't know what region Unova is. What is Unova? Gen 5. Oh, fuck, I've played Gen 5. Wait, what's the name of the game? Black and White 2. Oh, my God, I've literally played that gen. Is that the one with Giratina at the end? And the three, like, lake Pokemon? No, that's Gen 4. Fuck. What the hell was Gen 5? Wait, the game started already? Dude, they're so efficient. No, it hasn't. You're lying. Stop lying and gaslighting. Fire Steel Pokemon. I must be able to think of a Fire Steel Pokemon. I don't understand these mythical things. All right, do I know any legendary bug type Pokemon? There's that weird like landform one, but I think that's grass, isn't it? Bug. Oh, there was a bug type Pokemon. Wait a second. There's a bug type Pokemon I know because it knows that move that increases its special attack to like a ridiculous level. Oh, what is it? It knows a bug type move that increases its special attack like crazy, and I got it in a randomizer once. And it was just carrying me. Dude, all I can think of is Sriracha. Dude, it's not called Sriracha, but it's called like Sriracha. Jirachi! You son of a bitch. There you are. I think this is a bug type, isn't it? No! Is that not a bug type? Am I mixing it up? Celebi. Is that what I'm thinking of? Wait, Celebi. Maybe I'm thinking of Celebi. Oh, I'm trolling. I'm trolling. I thought one of those was bug type. What am I thinking of? I'm sure I'm thinking of that. I can't. Oh, for fuck's sake. Jirachi is steel type? No, Jirachi is not a steel type. You're trolling. Jirachi is not a steel type Pokemon. What? Since when? When did they change that? When did they change it from bug to steel? That's ridiculous. Okay, what gen is Unova? I've given up with all of this. What Ho-Oh? Fuck knows. Fire Steel. I don't fiery steely Pokemon. What would you get if you mixed fire and steel together? Lava. Lava. Escavalier. That could be a fire steel Pokemon. Fuck it. No, it's not. What a terrible puzzle. What a terrible puzzle. Heatran. Oh my god, I've had a Heatran before. I forgot that was a steel Pokemon. What is this then? Wait, what? Oh, that's right. Mythical Steel. Wow. Melmetal. Dude. What is this? Unova region. I've never seen any of these Pokemon before. Heatmore? The hell are you? Ordino. I do remember Ordino, but I thought it evolved into something else. Oh, I could have gone for the legendaries, couldn't I? I could have gone for Zekrom or Reshiram. Oh, that was stupid. Yeah. Emboar. I forgot that was Gen 4. I literally guessed that recently as well. What a dumbass I am. What a Pokemon dumbass. To think that I owe my... I posted a video recently of when we started doing the Soul Link. And it was... we bet my mustache on it. Okay, what is this comp? Okay, I quite like the EDG comp. I think they've got some cooking ideas with it. Oh my god, Kankan just took so much damage. But I also think that it really struggles against the KO, which is super good on the defense of this map. I think it's weird that they're playing Raze, but we'll see what Autumn does with it. But otherwise, alright comp. I would prefer it if they were playing the Harbor instead of the Astra.
Autumn 这边是直接起到了一把正义在架中路，丢丢先给出来，给过点。Autumn 这个过点有没有说法？两枪，先把
Even after the heal, Kang dies.
这个狂潮来的晚了一点，
给的稍微有点慢。
点内看一下 Berlin 的位置是被闪到了，但 Nobody 这边是先接一个。
Oh, the whiffs from Ayoung. Oh my god, nobody just ran into the site and killed 3 of them. I mean, you just can't be allowed to win that pistol. I'm praying that Lysol wins this. I'm praying that Lysol wins this. He totally could as well. These players are so weak. No. How did nobody kill 3? The first kill is really good from nobody. The second kill is ridiculous. Horrible whiff by Ayoung. The third kill, just nobody being a really good player. I mean, that is so silly. Oh, what a whiff. What a whiff, Ayoung. Ridiculous.
Nobody 的轻甲确实是有东西的，最后5滴血活了下来。
那看一下，来到第2分，康康是直接起到了一把。
What is this wall?
Smokey 拿到了他自己的比较擅长的正。
Why does FPX insist on running just the weirdest walls? This is like the one that Boaster did. It's so strange.
开局有枪械优势，照惯例还是要慢打。
I do like the lineup, though, on the other side, here. I think this attacking Viper Orb lineup is good. Nishao close. They know he's close. Dog to clear. And they absolutely obliterate him. Wall goes up. Now the high tide can go up as well. Haodong making sure he doesn't get caught by it. Haodong! Any wallers? Nope, he's going for the wraparound play. Okay, they kept 3 players alive. Surely Smoggy can, yeah, find another Bulldog. Alright, so they saved 2 Bulldogs and a Guardian out of the bonus, or into the bonus rather, which is pretty good. This might be the first time I've ever seen either Gecko or Raze on Breeze. The Gecko's not bad with the Neon. It creates these situations where you can get the plant down and throw utility for the Neon to entry. When you still have like Molly for post, it's not a terrible pick. It's just, is it better than the KO? Alright, so bonus round strat, they're going straight up mid. More standard wall being thrown here by Lysol that goes into mid. It's still not one that I'm huge on, but it is a more standard wall. So they have some mid control, but Haodong didn't go elbow, so they don't have a good high tide. Like normally a high tide that goes like this is going to be super useful. But they managed to punish the info repeat. I'd like to see them use a smoke here so that Kankan could adjust his attention somewhere else. But Haodong's already used the high tide to try and pressure like they're going for an A split. Kankan's just kind of relying on taking fights against anybody over towards B. He doesn't have anyone watching his double doors right now. It's such an uncomfortable position for Kankan to be playing in. Now he's going to take a fight over towards door and die. He doesn't have a teammate to play off. The beginning of this round made sense. Oh my god, hello! Hello! Haodong just was like, that's weird. They put a new wall here that I can't walk through. Haodong, my D key isn't working anymore. That's so funny. What the fuck, bro?
但是球球现在距离 B 区有点远，时间不太够了。而且正面的 Smokey 只有一把正义，他 pick 出来已经看到。
This bonus is not bad for EDG results-wise, but it could have been a lot better. It could have been a lot better. I think if you want to play a mid-control round, try and bait somebody coming into you, you just need to throw, instead of Haodong throwing his smoke randomly into A, just have Haodong go elbow, throw the smoke so that Kankan can get out, and then you can all reset into actually execing a site. Instead of having this weird double lurk situation where Kankan's lurking mid, and you have Chishu lurking over towards A.
是正面人确实有点少，而且枪械也不是一个占优的情况嘛。
对。
那看一下这一分。
这分打完 FPX 保留下的3把长枪，其实是非常 OK 的。
但两边打到第4个回合，其实终极技能都。
Autumn very deep onto this angle. This angle sees all the way down here. And it can also see into sight. But Autumn's position on sight should only get value if they forget to wall, which they haven't. You know, sometimes that is just going to happen. Nothing really you can do about that. Sometimes that is just going to happen. That's a GG go next. But it's actually important that they save. Because 2 of these players can't buy. Look, Kankan can't buy, and nobody can't buy. So they need to save at least 2 rifles here. But they're going to go for it instead. What?! There's no way Berlin kills 2 through the smoke and then whiffs like that, and EDG are going to win! There's no way! Nobody just kills 3 of them again. Holy shit. Well, 1 kill through the smoke deserves another, but the fact that Berlin whiffed on nobody and allowed him to kill 3. Nobody is getting away with murder. Actually, no, he isn't. He isn't. Nobody is just getting whiffed on. He's not doing anything stupid. Nobody's not playing like a maniac and getting away with it. He's just playing really standard stuff, and people are whiffing on him. And then he ends up getting multi-kills afterwards. If you whiff on nobody, it unlocks his multi-kill potential. Any Chinese readers? You could see After's notebook just completely open there. Is Cypher on Ascent better now? I think it could be. I think it genuinely could be. I don't think we've seen enough of it to know yet at the pro level, but I think it's possible. Because there's really good cams that you can get that get fantastic info, and a lot of the defense side on Ascent is getting great info. And then I think Cypher also has some busted setups over towards A. You have some good info setups towards B and some good defensive setups towards A. It might be the case that playing passively over towards A main is not good, so Cypher's never meta on that map. But yeah, we won't know unless we see scrims or matches with it.
而对于 EDG 来说，暂停完回来之后，他们肯定会选择先架一会儿，先架会默认，看一下 FunPlus 会不会进行一个防守前压。主要是暂停完回来之后，他们也相信 FunPlus 会做出一些改变。但整体而言，感觉可能对于 FunPlus 而言，他们知道自己的枪不太好，他们也不会去前顶。
Okay, here's kind of the wall that Haodong was doing before. It's like a little A split wall. That is a weird way to path for Kankang. That is so strange. Why would he jump over the cleavage? Oh, another big shot by Haodong. Could make this winnable. Oh, wow! Autumn just beamed down Chishu. Holy shit. Well, that got crushed. Yeah, that was with a classic. How did they manage that? Insane shots by Autumn. But Kankang jumping on top of cleavage there is just always going to be at a disadvantage against everybody that would be in backside. And also the high tide that they throw doesn't reach all the way. So like the high tide only reaches to about there, which means that anybody on this side of yellow can see you. So he's just exposed. Knife catches onto Haodong, but I don't think it caught Kankang or Smoggy. They forced this. I thought they were half buying, but they forced down. Wait, they've kind of like weird forced though, because Smoggy only has a Marshall. What is going on here with the economy of EDG? They've thrown the same wall as if it's an A split. And now they're dogging B. taking the orb A. Oh wow, nice play by Kang. Holy shit. Wait, he absolutely rinsed TCH there. He played around his walls so well. He just zipped from side to side of it, getting info inside the wall, found where TCH was playing, and then spammed into it. But now he's overfacing. Now he's getting overconfident. Oh no. Literally, why? You have a high tide to play behind. Just opening yourself up to so many angles, and now the mid lurk is dead as well. Good shot by Autumn. Autumn dies. They body blocked the molly. Not deliberately, but they did. Yeah, amazing entry from Kang, but then just overheating a bit in the post plant, I think. It's fine to play aggressive, but I think he just exposes himself to too many angles there when he has a smoke to be able to play behind. Because he has to worry about somebody being stairs, and he has to worry about somebody peeking him from either side of yellow, and nobody's not close to double doors, so it's not like nobody can help him. And now the economy is just, I mean, what is going on here? They're forcing again. What are they doing? Oh, Jesus. They couldn't decide whether to force or whether to half buy, and so they've just trolled their economy again in this round. Oh, God. You need to call a timeout here. I mean, your team is just losing it. Shishu did get a kill. Oh, but the timing here from Lysor. Wow, Smoggy turns around and deals with it. How on earth did Smoggy recognize that Lysor had taken that timing? And now they've got B, and they're not even going to get punished for trolling their economy. Dude, how does Smoggy... Smoggy made some noise running away into elbow, and he's like, just something in the back of his head's like, this would be a nice timing for the Viper to push out through the pit. And he just turns around and predicts it completely. Unless Lysor made a footstep or something, but... Ooh. Oh no, good trade from Berlin. 1v1, but Shishu has pit. Don't swing out of your pit, Shishu. Just don't. Just don't. There's literally no reason. Nice. Well done. Well done. Right, so EDG have just been absolutely saved after mangling their economy in this round. And saved by Smoggy, mostly. Although, yeah, Shishu getting that kill onto Autumn is pretty massive after he was trying to raise ult. That takes a massive ultimate off the table as well. Although, having said that, raise ult looks kind of shit on this map. The Rays in general, I'm not really seeing the value of on the defense side. It's not like Autumn's frequently in position to nade them. Here's this same wall that Howdong keeps doing. I don't see the value of it particularly. That wall, that nade did some chip damage. And the recon dart catches Kang. Nobody is frying! And he knows where the Sova is too. Ooh. Misses the spray control. Howdong has a cascade here. Oh, but he's been lit up by the drone. He didn't react quick enough to try and find his timing to use the utility, so he's just caught between three. But Smoggy hits a nice shot, but then doesn't tuck. He goes for a second. I feel bad for FPX, man. I feel bad for FPX. I feel like they play this round pretty well, but nobody hits... I mean, I guess those players in backside are just looking completely the wrong way, actually. Nobody wasn't even taking aim duels there. He was just killing a player that was like knife out running. What was Berlin doing? Oh, not Berlin, TZH. What was TZH doing on A there? And now the economy pressures on FPX.
Berlin 是一把飞将，飞将要顶出来吗？
他架起小飞将，但是飞将跟明区的对位，康康的反应更快啊。
主要康康的容错也更低一些嘛。就对于 Berlin 来说，如果他想完成击杀，一定要打头部。
Lysol wants to go for a push. Haodong's watching
it. 他的枪还没有稳住。
但留一手这个位置挺大胆哦。
拼了点啊，有注意到地图上是拼了点的，所以留一手的位置可能是已经被看到了。
可能被东哥小神卫 pick 已经察觉到了。
是的，
他这个位置会变得有点危险。而对于 EDG 来说，他们也是。
现在我觉得 EDG 他没有选择去。
The EDG guys are very spread out, but they don't actually control much of the map here.
顶川没有看到人的情况下，你可能会觉得 B 区是比较空手的，而且确实。
Kangkang is probably not going to check right underneath him. Oh my god, he does, and he hits the no scope. Wow. Good awareness from Kangkang. So they use the wingman to get the plant down over towards B. They use Haodong's wall for it as well.
但是他是个霓虹，他跑得太快了，
他跑了，
你抓不住他。
TZH 出来扑了个空，什么都没看到。
而且现在3个人重新回到 B 区，这个时间的消耗，说实话有点久了。
正面 Autumn 要怎么出来？他这把飞将感觉不太好操作啊。
而且有狙支架，没有烟的存在。
看到了，康康用明狙先狙一个，把 Autumn 给狙掉。而且阿阳的位置也是被 Smokey 给收了。那最后 TZH 虽然捡到一把枪，但是他要面对5个人，先打一个，把 Nobody 给清剿掉。但是这个位置感觉他已经是明牌了，对面要过来搅自己，控制技能先提出攻出来，先打2个。 他把康康也秒了，后面有人要过来接自己。Smokey 这波对枪还是
TZH just got his ult up, and that cosmic divide could be really important for winning a retake at some point. Cosmic divide is crazy good on this map for being able to just lock somebody out because people play offsite post plants quite a lot, or at least they play like some people offsite almost all the time. We'll see whether it makes a difference.
而且也是放置了人去处理这个顶出来的留一手的。
是，但我只能说这也敢盲啊！这个盲狙确实感觉打得很果断，没有犹豫。6比3，而对于
so Autumn was going to try and go up there.
哇，这波要是跳上去了，感觉有2个
侧身。
对，太可惜了。
这个是他之前常用的一套战术啊。
Alright, here comes that classic A control. The pull is somewhat nicely timed, but it doesn't slow them down too much. They're still in. They break Recon Dart, which is great for EDG. And now they kind of need the high tide. Wow, they go for a really deep high tide, but 2 of them die before the smoke even gets popped. I don't like that from Haodong. They weren't going for an A split. They weren't going with like a harbor ult or anything that allows them to actually take more space on the side. So just throw your high tide in the same place as the Viper wall in that spot.
现在狂潮是有实现的，狂潮也散了，没有任何烟雾掩护了。
看一下这个头边能看到吗？看到，但是
So much of this just comes down to
现在他的位置是明牌了。
unfavored aim duels for the EDG guys now that they're stuck in the choke point.
这个不停地打提前枪就可以了。
Yeah, I think one of the biggest advantages of running Viper Harbor is that you get a lot more time to just play the plant, because when the Viper wall goes down, I mean, maybe he got suppressed actually. I guess I didn't check for that. Yeah, he did. He got suppressed, sorry. So the timing of the high tide was as early as he could do it. But I would have liked to see him do a high tide that made his teammates a little more safe. But yeah, I missed the fact that Berlin had landed a huge knife on everyone. I guess actually, yeah, they could have just popped Chishu's wall back up at that point too. Right. So that's put the economy in another weird spot. Kangkang's got the hero rifle because he can ult next round. Kangkang's taking the hero rifle into mid. He's gonna try and take a duel at mid. I kind of want to watch Kangkang's POV right now. As soon as oh my god, they're so fucked. Huge nade from Berlin. So Kangkang would love to have this angle on top into sight, But he doesn't have any smoke potential over here. So he doesn't want to jump up and have to take duels against these guys. So he just ended up getting stuck in mid, not really doing very much with the hero rifle. Chichu kills 2, and now Berlin's isolated on side. Chichu kills 3. Smoggy gets another with the Marshal. What? They're robbing FPX. Thief! Stop!
Smoggy 他还有一个无敌超杀，留一手的位置只要但凡暴露了，感觉无敌超杀就可以给了。手稳健先扑出来。
但现在有独木的存在啊，也不好穿烟。
皮蛋说我
找到了，
但皮蛋直接是被秒掉了。
那现在对于 EDG 来说，只要拖时间就行。
留一手还有手稳可以去给。罗巴迪的血量很低，先毒一个把罗巴迪给毒掉了。
Wait, this is still winnable.
手稳，留一手还想找机会能找到空隙吗？他往上跳，但是有人在 pick 他。
Unfortunately not.
利用飞将士完成收尾。
Dude, they're just skill diffing it. They really are just skill diffing it in some of these rounds. Show me the replay of these. I mean, the nade is excellent from Berlin. Then they kill Kang Kang. It's a 3v5 where one of the players is insanely weak. What the hell? They just don't realize that Chichu is that pushed up. Nice shot from Smoggy as well. God damn. I looked away for 1 second. How did they win? Chichu managed to lurk out through A main with his Viper setup all the way to here. And he killed 2 with really nice Sheriff headshots at yellow. Another situation where Kang Kang would have only had his ult to play with in this round, but instead he now has a rifle because they won instead of lost. Different high tide. I'm not sure what this one particularly achieves. Kang Kang, again, not really able to take the fights that he wants to in mid because the smoke is not there for Heaven. Chichu's using his orb over towards A, so it's really the high tide that they need to use from Haodong, but he's just not going for it. Here comes the Thrash. Wow. Haodong owns A Young. Where the fuck is that stun going? Ooh, Autumn. Does his best. 2v3 retake. So Berlin has ult here to stop any kind of post plants. I don't know whether he knows that Chichu and Smoggy don't have post plants. So Berlin might choose to ult here just to try and stop the snake bites and the mosh pit from coming through, even though they don't exist. Depends how well they've calmed that kind of stuff and what he's thinking in the moment. But he doesn't go for it anyway. Haodong has 4 ult points on the final round. He hasn't ulted. What do you mean? He did. He used Harbor ult in one of the previous rounds. Yeah, he has already ulted this half. Okay. 8-4 half.
不过对于 FunPlus 来讲，他们这个雷子的体系可能在换面之后会更难受。因为
Did they use the Gecko ult? Yeah, they used the Gecko ult in that final round. They used the Thrash through tunnel, and then the Sova peeked Heaven, and Haodong killed the Sova, and then Haodong tried to scale off the Thrash. Yeah, they used it in the final round.
对，可能比如说你要跳 A， 就只能到金字塔附近，因为你也不太。
All right, attack side. I feel like Autumn has been on such a heater. If they just got him on Jet and tried to put an op in his hands and had him pushing aggressively around the map instead of trying to play like a mid-rotate as a raise, I think FPX would have been getting a lot more value out of him. Autumn just looked so good on the Jet. Just play a composition that is going to set Autumn up to fight aggressively at the beginning of rounds, and I feel like FPX would have gone crazy hard on that defense. What the fuck is that? I don't know. I literally don't know. What a meme. I literally don't understand what that is. What any explainers?
看一下中场的数据情况啊。
How is China Valorant looking? Not amazing at the moment. I mean, good in terms of there are some teams that have more depth now. So there's more depth to the scene, but it's not peaking that high. But it's definitely deeper than it used to be. It's a Chainsaw Man meme. Right. Yes, of course, chat. I, like you, or read Chainsaw Man, the manga. Of course, didn't you like the most recent episode of Chainsaw Man? Where, you know, the thing happened? I'm sure we can all bond over this shared experience. Alright, what is TZH up to here? I do like this wall. It's the flashback wall from Chishu. He's actually done it backwards. He's walled A, and then he's run over to B and thrown the lineup and got into position. Much more difficult to do it this way around. This wall is going to be great for Haodong to play with, though. Oh, he gets owned by Berlin. Tragedy. Yeah, they need Haodong to get one there.
这样突然的一波近点，借助正面的火力吸引，也是让 TZH 偷到了两波背身的机会。
现在这个残局回防已经很难了呀。
It's basically a moment in the manga where the main character's older brother figure is turned into a demon, and that's the moment he learns what happened, and that he's now an evil thing sent to kill him. Oh, and it's Kangkang with a shorty. I mean, Autumn's been getting more kills with a shorty, I think, than Kangkang in this series so far.
而且拿下首相局之后，可以缩小一定的分差，那这样下半场进攻边的压力就不会那么大。并且手枪局拿下来，对于防守边想要起居的这个动作也有一定经济上的拖延。
Oh, Haodong looks like he just kind of whiffed a bit on Autumn.
哇，确实感觉 FPX 现在全员的状态又。
Okay, so FPX winning the pistol is going to get him back into this thing. Interesting high tide at the beginning of this round from Haodong, rather than using the cascade. Now, of course EDG are not going to win this round, right? We've seen them hit some absurd stuff with the sheriffs, but there's only one of them with a sheriff. It's not even possible for them to win this round. I'm just going to sit back in my chair because it's a guaranteed round win for FPX. They're going to clear the right side for Smoggy. In fact, he's going to give away his positioning with the Dizzy. It's actually so free. Does an OCE player count towards an import player? Yes.
开进了3连发，命中身体就可以直接击杀没有护甲的人。
Yeah, Autumn would be the import player for FPX.
而对于 EDG 来说，这个残局也是没有什么可以操作的空间了。
对吧？第一，
瑟瑟发抖。
没办法，脚步太多了。
哎，找你一个还是可以的，但是是一把鬼魅，掉的枪不是那么重要，但是哎，他能多打一个，还有引路之损，直接打出来，对面直接开提前枪，留一手，最后还是完成收尾。把
I was never worried.
可以了。
这样的话，吊枪的应该是只掉了一把燎犬，还可以。
So they speak English? They speak a combination of English and Mandarin. Autumn does speak some Mandarin, yeah. But they also speak some English on the team, apparently.
青睐去掌控地图上的能量球，让自己的一些终极技能来得更快一些。他们就是追求一个滚雪球的能力。 所以对于FPX而言，他们是非常喜欢去打进攻方。
主要是他们带雷子的这个体系打一波流也显得有点无力。
Okay,
所以大概率还是会先控。
Decent rifles from everybody apart from Ayoung. Whoa, double blast pack fast up mid. Nobody flashes to try and keep them back. Kangkang cannot push this smoke. Kangkang, you literally cannot push that smoke. Don't even think about it. Do not even consider pushing that Astra smoke. You think individual aim or mechanics plays a far too huge role in these games? No. No, I think it's a very good thing that you have the ability to creatively express yourself individually and not just as part of a conglomerate. What sport is there in which individual mechanics don't play a large component?
好像应该是康康拉了出来，被刘一手给接了。但球这个点位，面对有3个人他在勾 ，Nobody 在后面打，把 Autumn 给先收了。而且后续柏林是不是能够意识到自己的位置？
But I mean, mechanics in that sense would just be your decision making, wouldn't it?
就要看一下这波 A 点，浩东怎么处理了。
而现在浩东这个点位变得非常重要，独木直接拉出来，但 Smoke 已经拍马赶到。这个双扇门这个位置是一个180度的架枪，正面刘一手是反杀掉了浩东。
Little swoopy peek from Lyso.
压力，他可以选择先规避一下，先给皮蛋
This one's still close.
爆能器，方 plus 是读秒直接是按了下来。
These smokes are interesting, but Smoggy still has a bit of an angle there. He's worried, even though he used the wingman, that someone might have retaken that space. Oh, she was a knife out running through mid. He was so late to the retake anyway. Andy's just giving away his life. Miles, thank you for the 100 bits. Oh, nobody round? Nobody round? Oh, he doesn't know where the last player is. Oh, he's just giving it away. Yeah, bro, Ayoung, you just gave it away. Oh, he heard the jump from nobody, so he thought he'd gone into the water in backside. He thought he was following the flash into backside. That's tragic. From Ayoung's point of view, I guess that kind of makes sense that he would be trying to run away from where he thought the player was, but nobody was so confused as to where Ayoung was actually positioned that it ended up just giving the round away. How many of the top Overwatch pros could you see switching and having success? The Sire players rather than the Carpes, if you will? Oh, I really have no idea. I think it's kind of random. I don't think... I couldn't have predicted that Sire player would have more success than Carpe in this game. And I also couldn't have really predicted that, like... I don't know. Baby Bay would be better than Corey. Well, I guess that does make some level of sense because Baby Bay's had a competitive history playing. What was it? Crossfire before, right? Not Crossfire? I feel like I'm getting the game wrong. Was it Crossfire or was it something else? But anyway, I don't. Without knowing their competitive history and like what they played beforehand, I don't think looking at their Overwatch gameplay, there's really like translatable skills that you can tell one-to-one. Esports is random. I mean, there's a lot of factors that go into it beyond just were you good in a different game. He did, yeah. Baby Bay got banned when he was like 14 playing Counter-Strike. He had a back ban. All right, how are you going to hold this? You have Seekers. Oh, nobody got caught by the knife. Well, nobody is now just a fucking sponge so that Chichu can win the round. Oh, and he almost does. Smoggy's coming into Flood. Nice by Autumn. Very patient. Kang though swings TCH, and it's all down to Autumn, who's one shot. Hit him in the head anyway. Good flood defending by Smoggy and Kang there. And nice from Chichu playing off the fact that nobody was just soaking up utility. Actual utility sponge gameplay from nobody. Ah, it was Crossfire, right. Hi chat, EDG looking better again? Well, I don't think FPX are amazing on this map. So, EDG are just kind of skilling it. But EDG looked terrible map 1. And they looked better again map 2. And now they just look alright map 3. But with ridiculous individual aim. I mean, holy shit, they just decided to crush them as they were coming through the choke point there. And Haodong is just holding down A main. Why raise over Jet on this map? Don't know. I literally don't know the answer to that, Pask. I think they would have a lot more success if Autumn was playing Jet, because he would be able to be a lot more aggressive on the extremities on their defense side. He'd be able to push mid a lot more and feel free to get out on his own time. I don't know. Doesn't make sense to me. I think this new Breeze is actually better, but a lot of people disagree. I think I really like the way that this new Breeze plays. I think it prioritizes elbow control instead of mid control, which I think is a good thing. And I also like the redesign over towards B. I think it simplified things a little more. And I like the fact that Halls is gone. So as a mid player, you don't have as much bullshit to have to worry about, like timing based shit. I think it's fine. I think it's good. I think when Halls existed, mid was not that useful. So by getting rid of Halls, they've actually put a prio on mid control and fighting, and it just makes the map more, yeah, more. Yeah, I think it flows better. It's less fun to watch. Maybe. It's a bit more of like a map control map now compared to, well, a map control or like big burst execs, but yeah, it's I could see it being less fun to watch because Halls is gone. Yeah. Alright, this round they're going to try and take some elbow control. They have Raze ult, sorry, not Raze ult to work with, but they have big ults to work with and the rest of it. They're going to Astra Smoke up towards here. Alright, so decent mid control here for FPX. Again, if EDG had a jet or something like that, they could potentially push out on one side or another. What? Okay, the Viper ult on A. They spotted a player over towards A Link and just decided to, towards double doors. They also re-dogged mid. Wow, nobody's actually just got them really good info. No, well, I don't know why nobody used both of his flashes there. He already had good info. He knew that there was nobody close mid, and he knew that there was nobody elbow. And then he just threw out his second flash as well to check deep mid, which doesn't even tell you anything. And now he doesn't have a flash to be able to defend with. I mean, maybe he's just assuming he won't be able to use it anyway once the site hit comes through. Big entry from Autumn. Oh my god, a huge double entry from Autumn. He's rocked it. He's absolutely rocked it. Alright, really using the fact that they have mid control too. They went back, you know, they took mid control with elbow, they went back, and then they re-contact cleared elbow and went for a B split. And they completely caught the timing. Had fantastic entries, and the round should be over. Yeah, 7 maps is the right number of maps. If you have 5, it makes BO5s just ridiculous. And what the hell? 7 is a nice number for most pro teams to have, like, you know, 3 or 4 that they're really good at, and still have some weaknesses in there. You don't just get everybody being good at every map, and you also don't get people being terrible at tons of maps. You get a nice blend in the matches. Alright, same kind of mid control as we saw 2 rounds ago. The recon's a nice touch there as well, although I can't tell exactly where it landed, but I think it cleared out elbow, right? Nice idea with the recall smoke. The idea being that TCH and Berlin are supposed to be double facing on that angle, but Kang managed to get himself into a spot where he could just isolate one. Haodong also almost gave away his positioning there, or rather, not his positioning, but like gave away a free kill. Kang manages to get another kill, but eventually gets overwhelmed. I haven't really been impressed with Haodong's Harbor on this map. I don't think his high tides have been very good, and I also don't think that he's been able to anchor A particularly well. And he's not choosing the right timings to back up and play passive A. Whoa, Chichu just went for the mega wide swing and distracted them, and Smoggy killed them both. Holy shit. Show me that from Smoggy's POV. They got so distracted by Chichu. This is... What I love about watching Chichu is that he reacts with his movements so often. Like, if he gets surprised, he doesn't try to out-aim his opponent. He tries to dodge them. Look at this. Berlin and Aeyang both just trying to track Chichu as he wide swings in front of them. Just throwing in a super wide swing with a little break in the middle. Lovely movement. Kang still with the operator. Harbor ult as well for Haodong. Haodong's going to throw the cascade at the beginning of the round. They're trying to wait out the recon dart here. That's where the recon goes. What a lovely recon dart, actually. That's a bounce recon off elbow that lands in this corner, so it clears out anybody that might be pushing elbow or anybody that goes in front of this line. What a great recon. Oh my god, you body blocked. Holy shit. Chichu nearly got Kang killed there. Nobody has used all of his Sky utility. And they need info. So they're going to push out B main. Kang needs to just play a situation where he can get one and fall off. This is a pretty good angle. Remember, his teammates are holding B main. But as soon as this Viper... Now that they're not holding B main, as soon as the Viper orb goes down, he has to leave. Yeah, okay, so Viper orb's about to go down and he repositions. Stun to try and stop people from scaling. He has to be worried about the recon as well. Nobody dies, and now Kang has to come in and help Chichu. Where is Kang? There he is. He grabbed a kill with his op of all things, even though he had the ult. Oh my god, he's owning it. He's actually fucking owning it. Incredible decision making there from Kang. He still dies, but they're in a 2v1. That should be fine. Yeah, wow. What a fucking round from Kang at the end. Yeah, so an alright map there from EDG. Probably not quite as good as they played on Lotus, but pretty similar actually, all things considered. It's not... I don't know. It's... There are certain moments where they're lighting the world on fire. Like, for example, Kang's play at the end there. Some great little coordinated plays, like the Chichu play with Smoggy, or like Nobody just running around getting triple kills all over the place. I say running around as if he's doing anything silly, but he really wasn't. Like that's the thing. Nobody was just playing a really standard way. He was just getting a ton of kills. His aim was on point. But yeah, I don't think Haodong played particularly well, and I think that EDG would really get pressured by a team playing a default Breeze comp well. I think that the like aggressive flanking from an aggressive Jet player on defense they would struggle with without the Sentinel and with them bunching up so much on their attack side. And also, yeah, FPX had a couple of whiffy moments. They probably should have won the pistol to begin the entire map. And then this round as well. Round 4 they should have won. What was that, 5v3? Where nobody... Berlin whiffed on Nobody and he gets another triple kill. What is TCH doing in that moment, man? God damn. The EG players, though, the EDG players, sorry, are really hidden. They were also just getting outskilled against Rare Adam. They were getting owned by Stu. That second shot from Chichu is fucking ridiculous on Aeyang. He's jumping from bridge. Yeah, this is a BO5. But yeah, I'm not a fan of how Haodong is playing the Harbor on this map. I think Haodong's Harbor looks pretty poor. Chichu, Nobody, and then Kang kind of saving them. Yeah. The whole Chinese league is just who's feeling it today? No, I don't really agree with that, but I think at the top level, it can be a bit like that. The thing is, there is actually a lot more stability in the Chinese league at the moment than there has been pretty much ever. Like Rare Atom and Trace have both solidified themselves as top 4 teams. FPX has been in and out, but since adding Autumn, they've been mostly in. Attack and Soul look okay as well. It's just that FPX play in such an unorthodox way that it kind of scrambles some of the other stuff, but I think that Rare Atom and Trace have both got some really nice ideas. How's Billy looking? I didn't watch a Billy game recently, actually. They didn't make it deep enough in the tournament for me to see. But I mean, Billy never played that well. I know that they beat NRG twice at champs, but they never played a fundamentally like a good game. They looked kind of bad in the Chinese scene when they came into Champions, and then at Champions, they played in, again, a really unorthodox manner that caught NRG off guard, and then their players were kind of on fire and getting some crazy stuff working for them, with like the judge and the ridiculous kills that they were getting on Bind in the game against NRG. But they weren't fundamentally a great team. It didn't look like a team that was like, oh, these guys are going to be the next team up in China. No, they were just like a kind of weird, cheesy team. It's a little bit like FPX, but without the firepower, I think.
在这场地图上面来到防守方之后，康康的民居真的有点处理不了。
而且你看，率先击败上面其实 FunPlus 更多的，也就意味着其实 EDG 在这场比赛里面打了很多次这种劣势的。
Billy have been tragic. They got eliminated by teams that played ISO and Lotus and then Raynor and Breeze. Yeah, that's a bad way of ending things. But yeah, compared to Billy, Rare Atom and Trace are significantly better teams. And I think Rare Atom in particular. But I think Trace is pretty good, even though they finished in, what, 5th this tournament. I think they're actually pretty damn good. Bunny Wreck, thank you for the 3 months. Yeah, Yosemite had a life game on Bind against NRG. That was a crazy one. And the NRG guys were just not hitting in that series too. Yeah, Rare Atom and Trace is not just a lot more team play. I do agree with you, Alistraz, but I think it's also just it's better ideas. Better ideas and more ideas too. Especially with Rare Atom. They've got really nice ideas. Very good at punishing other people's mistakes, I think. And playing like a fundamentally good game. Do you think today's the day Kong gives us a Cypher masterclass on the Sunset? No, but that might be what his team needs for them to win. How is the Neon pick over the Jet? On which map? Because they weren't playing Neon on... Oh, wait, you mean EDG? I was thinking about FPX. The Neon pick works for this composition that they're playing, because they can run big execs where the Neon walls into the site, and then you combo like the Dog and the Dizzy, and the Neon just has a huge amount of entry potential. If you run the Jet in this composition, it would be fine, but you wouldn't have as much of the safety to be able to solo entry. So I think that's one of the reasons that they're going for it. The additional wall and also the stuns give you great prio over A main control. If you're attacking, you can stun A main, and it's very difficult for the defenders to be playing aggressively there. And apart from stuns, you can try to shock Molly or something like that, but think about your own experience playing Breeze in ranked. If there is a Jet Opper playing A main and they peek aggressively into you, they're pretty likely to get one and be able to get away. So the Neon is also really good at being able to control against that when you're on the attack side. By the way, I'm really hoping maybe there's some sort of rule like that, since Stu and Yeoman have basically been playing in China for the last year, that they count as Chinese players since they've been playing in China for a while. No. No, I don't believe there is a rule like that. They also haven't really been playing in China for that long. And the rules have already been solidified in the other regions, so I think it was pretty predictable that it was going to work like this. Is there a standout Chinese player who's clearly the best in the region? Is it still Kang? I think Kang has the most skill in the region, probably. But I think he's not playing at his best right now. That seems kind of weird to say when we've just seen that final round on Breeze where he absolutely dominated. But his general level has not been higher than his teammates in these tournaments. This tournament and the other Chinese tournament that I was watching before this, not even the Chinese tournament, sorry, the 10 Global Invitational where they played against like Cloud9 and T1 and stuff like that. Kang's just been in an identity crisis currently, I think. He has been playing a lot of, he's been playing some Cypher and he's been playing some more Rays and he's been playing the Neon on Breeze and he's been playing like different agents and different ideas of how he wants to play, and he just ends up making a lot of mistakes or overstepping himself or something like that, overheating. He is still phenomenally talented, but he's not head and shoulders the best player in the region currently. Now, if you're talking about other duelists that are popping the fuck off, Stu is going nuts for Rare Atom. Feng is popping off for Trace. If you're talking about other supportive players, Chishu and Smoggy are both playing really well. It's kind of, I don't think there is one Chinese player at the moment who's head and shoulders above everybody. Because I think, with Kang cooling a little, things end up being a little bit more equal between Kang, Chishu, Smoggy, Stu, Feng, Autumn, even. Those kind of players. All right. So they've made the change here. They've put Kang back on Chamber, and they've just gone back to their old composition. So this is their old comp that they were running. I think they had some decent ideas about this, but a lot of the teams within China were already coming up with ways to counter them. Aang's Sova pick is not going to be as relevant because there's no Cypher to counter, but maybe the shock darts will still... I think it should be easy to place the chamber trap in a place that doesn't get broken by shocks. And yeah, FPX going with their classic composition that we saw yesterday. Not classic, they've only played it once before, but yeah, it's like a blend of their two other Sunset comps. So we've got triple face in mid with Kang on top of his teleporter. And they've got the trip over here at A.
这个 B 点看一下要给技能要往里面进吗？但是有独木的啊，独木加舌吻能够拖延比较长的时间，而且关键是球拖延的时间能够让 EDG 在中路这个渗透是做的比较足的，摸得很深了这个位置已经。
Okay, so they kill Lysor. They haven't really even had to use a flash. They've just used recon as well. Autumn still has flash to try to pressure here. Ooh, they dodged it. Wow, Chishu's doing a lot of damage, and he's delaying them for a ton of time there for those B main players to come through. Great patient play by Chishu to just control Boba.
的一个绕后就已经成了名牌，而对方 Plus 来说，他们的选择已经是我觉得非常的果断了。三个人反复重生点，但又是球。
Just watch your EDG versus Trace video. Oh, that was EDG versus Rare Atom, but yeah. Oh yeah, by the way, I posted a video. If you're wondering what happened against EDG versus Rare Atom, I posted a YouTube video breaking down what was happening in that game, and also walking through all of the important points about Chinese Valorant, like the fact that there's 10 teams in Ascension. It uses the Pacific Ascension format, roster lock on December 1st. The teams are going to be announced for VCT in early December. Like all of that information in a video on my YouTube channel. And I released it like 2 hours ago. So if you want to go and watch, you can do. And if you already watched it on the stream, that's also fine. Oh my god, what is Berlin up to? Well, he's dead. But he has found where the trip was placed this round. But the trip has been placed in 2 different places in 2 different rounds.
这第二枪直接是穿掉了 TZH， 这怎么打？2打5，
Kankan going for a walk down mid. Loses the Marshall, but not really too bad. Smoggy is now 3 away from getting his ult online, which could end up being pretty crucial for them in one of these rifle rounds coming out. Do you think any of the other teams other than EDG would be able to compete when they make it a Masters? Yes, I actually think that a lot of the top Chinese teams would be competitive. Whether or not they'd be able to like get top 5 or something like EDG have done, I don't know. Obviously, Rare Adam look like the best shot outside of EDG at the moment, but they don't have the experience currently. And they wouldn't be allowed to compete because they have 2 Korean players, so it doesn't... I don't know. Alright, so they've got the chamber posted over towards B with the setup. Kang didn't buy a trip this round. And they've lost Chishu. Why Chishu was holding in the corner instead of holding back here where he can actually snakebite and hold elbow control properly, I'm not exactly sure. He was just trying to outplay them because it's a bonus round, I assume. I think Chishu will normally be playing back here. Is Kang losing that early fight and leaving his team and going mid while they continue the fight? A mistake? I don't know what instance you're referring to, I'm afraid. Look how good the harbor is, man. Dude, the harbor is so much better on this map. Autumn is 1 away from Phoenix ult too. Alright, let's see the retake. The retakes are normally fairly decent. On top. Gets broken. Be nice to combat that with the paranoia, but they're going to paranoia afterwards. Oh, the nade doesn't quite get value. Autumn's playing this nicely, just playing slowly, letting his teammates come and help him. I like that patience from Autumn. Kang should not really have fucking sent the operator in. Bro. You're on a bonus round, you bought an op, and you've just fucking inted it away. He could have played from a more passive position there in A link. He could have played from this side of A link and still tried to help his team with the op. And then he's got a much better chance of being able to leave and save it. Or Haodong has a chance to be able to run around and save it, but it was so committed. So now Kang has a Guardian and Smoggy's bought a Judge. He could have bought a better weapon, but he's bought a Judge deliberately. Chishu's holding B. He gets out, does 100. What? What was Smoggy doing? He was just blast packing into them with a Judge from range? No. Oh, yeah. Sorry. I didn't pay attention. Okay. Okay. How does Kang get that? Shouldn't have too much of a chance of winning this, though. I mean, the time is so low. The plant is in a great spot. Impossible to kill both of these players. He can just save here and give his team a chance. If he saves this weapon as well... Oh, he's run straight into Berlin. If he saved that weapon, they would actually be in a nice spot, because he would have been able to use his chamber ult. One of his other teammates would be able to buy. You know, he could have dropped the rifle that he got. They would have had some alright weapons. I'm gonna be AFK for just a moment, chat.
对 EDG 来说是想要去抓个单，就刚刚抽残了之后，让 Smokey 去利用机体翻层，然后加上判官近距离爆发高的一个伤害，先去完成一个收割，并且 Smokey 会有晚安焰火。我觉得这个可能是当时 EDG 的想法，但是他没想到后面会有人过来。
主要 FunPlus 他们的开局默认站位都是就抱的比较紧的，就不会很少会有落单的这种情况，确保了身侧能够有人补枪。
康康孤高火力直接组装。 但他这个位置，我觉得对面知道了他有孤高火力的情况下，会处理得更谨慎一些。中路直接画了一个反向的7。
但这分 EDG 把自己控制的位置拉得比较靠前啊，这个单向的黑杖给的是对手的重生点附近。
而中路 EDG 也是没有选择直接往外顶，那中路掌控权还是在 FunPlus 手里。他们甚至夹 B 点也可以去，然后夹 A 也可以。 EDG 只要做好一个保证，就是你不会过中路这个口子就行。
中路有个兵线型啊，所以也不用有太大的压力。你拿到中路也没有用啊，你毕竟还是要往两边辐射才能够取得效果。
是。
所以现在 FunPlus 还是要重新回到 A 区。
Smokey 还是有晚安焰火在的。FunPlus 感觉每一步都摸得好谨慎呀，但这个闪用完之后就没闪了哦，朋友。 这个后续近点看一下鬼眼
Okay. Stop spamming. Chat, stop spamming. Alright, so this was an eco round for EDG. FPX have lost one player already. Trying to get into. Oh my god. Oh, that was so close for nobody. Oh, that's a lot of damage. Oh my god. TCH just has his back to them. Of course that's a Thrifty. Of course when I walk away there's a Thrifty.
对，我觉得其实 ED 他们这个思路是对的，就哪怕这分是一个存钱分，他们也尽量。
Well, they just stacked all of their players there by the look of it. Ah, Smokey got the first kill with the showstopper. That's what we missed. And then they stacked people over here so quickly. Dominated inside the cove. I like that play. Huge round for EDG to win. Making massive use out of the two ultimates as well. Bold from Smoggy to just send it right at the beginning. Smoggy almost didn't buy in time there. Cascade at the beginning of the round and a high tide. Doesn't seem like the greatest usage of utility from Berlin. They're going to try and flash through their own high tide. Getting slowed as they go through it. Again, doesn't seem like the best way of doing that, but the Phoenix Slash is difficult to dodge. What the fuck? Oh my god, they swing it with the paranoia. That is a bold play to reclear that. But the paranoia is fat in that area, actually. Nice idea from Hadong and Smoggy. But now Smoggy didn't clear everybody. He got a pick, but they're still going to have to regain info in this area, right? They're still going to have to reclear this. So this gives a timing for FPX to split. So they're going to try and go into B. They have to be worried about a lurker here as well. So now they know where the Sova is. They know where the Phoenix is as well. Now they know where everybody is, so they don't need to be worried about the lurk anymore. These guys from mid can just rotate properly. Oh my god, that's so much damage. Dude, Chichu. Again. Nice Viper roll placement from Chichu too. Dude, Chichu the GOAT. Chichu the GOAT. They're taking so much damage in there. All right, two huge rounds back to back there from EDG have really flipped the momentum. Every one of those were full running. Yeah, but it's such a small confined choke point, and they're all taking decay damage, and they've all taken 30 damage just by touching the Viper Orb as well. It's not that unexpected, is it? We run, we gun. So, FPX need to change something up here. What can they change? I mean, they can try and focus on A hits more, but they can also just go into... They could go into B bursts as well. I feel like B would be a nice place to go to because even though Chishu's been playing there a lot, you can actually get pretty good value, I think, out of the recon dart and the flash. Because you should be able to take this amount of the site fairly easily because Chishu's like putting the orb here and trying to play for backside control. Oh, they're going to pit at the beginning of the round. Well, you can't do that. Everybody on FPX getting blinded by that Phoenix flash. Big paranoia. Howdong kills 2. Does get traded, and now Chishu's... Wow, Chishu's outside of his pit trying to control market. Dude, Chishu is farming. He left his pit at the perfect time, threw a snake bite and spammed, and got the kill on both of them. I know these are anti-eco kills, but just the timing and the decision-making is so decisive. God damn. Read that wingman sign? I have no idea.
EDG 的这种防抓点的能力是很强的，市场有暗眼 ，B 点正面有。
Good blind as well from Howdong. It's so much fun to play market as Omen. It's not fun if they just keep hitting A over and over again, but it is fun if they actually go market. Paranoia is crazy good there. You can play from either side of market as well. You can play from here and throw that paranoia, or you can play from all the way up here, like throw the paranoia like this, and then swing. So good. You can even TP into the corner. Throw that paranoia and then TP into this corner. So they haunt early, don't see anything over towards B. I feel like Ayoung is not the player to be putting enough pressure on B main. Alright, but they're going A, and they drop the orb, punish Kang, who's relying on his reactions to get him out of that situation. So, good punish. Kang's going to have to play a little safer in the future. Oh, they're going to go for a mid re-push and meet all of these FPX players. Chishu gets 1, but they don't really have a way to leave, so they're going to stay and fight. Howdong's going to try and take a timing. Berlin was watching for it. Good work by Berlin. And this round is over. So, that's how one pick can just spiral into a round loss. You know, they get the first pick, and so EDG are like, okay, we need to do something proactive, so they double walk down mid. They get caught because FPX decide to choose that moment to go back into mid instead of committing to A. And then game over from there, pretty much. Each play just triggered another play that was losing. I think that was supposed to say, he don't know you, little bro. But it is a pretty nonsensical question, or sentence, when it says, B don't know you. It implies a command. Alright, huge ultimates here for FPX. I mean, they should just be able to send it into A with Phoenix ult and Harbor ult and dominate. Kang swapped his side to the other one. Oh my god, and they paranoia off Smoggy's contact. They don't drop the orb. Why did they just contact through their own Viper orb? Because they think that Kang's not going to hold it anymore? They think no one's going to hold that because they conditioned them in the previous round to be scared of it? Smoggy's like, nah, fuck you, I'm not scared. Just holds the angle, gets the kill. Disgusting. Oh, you guys all know Chichu. Oh, Chichu's personal friends with Lime, MFW, Average Water Enjoyer, Bandia Smile. Ah, right. Oh, Chichu's your kid's godfather, Gnome Life. I didn't realize we had our own little personal Chishu Noah's Club in here. How's the Kang Chambers? He dropped 20 yet? No. He's holding important positions on the map for them, but he has been counted a couple of times. He looks alright. TMV did a video about how Kangkang doesn't really have like natural chamber setups and stuff, and tends to like try to play outside of his rendezvous, doesn't think about setting the trap at the beginning of the round, like all of that kind of stuff. But to be honest, him just being on chamber means that they have an op that's able to hold an angle, and that helps their defense so much. Because it allows the other players on the map to position themselves in very flexible manners. Berlin just killing 2 and surviving. I don't think it's gonna matter.
没问题，这个 ace 没有能够拿到，对于柏林来说已经完成任务了。
这样的话，看一下下一分吧。我觉得下一分在出烟的这个过程中，FunPlus 真的要稍微尊重一点对手了。
Nice little one tap by Smoggy.
单拉出烟真的有点不太理智。
而且刚才看到是浩东推了一个暗影。
So they still have all of those big ultimates. They still have Harbor ult, Phoenix ult to be able to get in somewhere. I feel like this would be fantastic. The Harbor ult is so good to just shove into the upper. Oh, the upper's also walking down mid. This is a nice little setup, actually. And I don't think I've ever seen a chamber play it here before. But I like that. Okay. This is a fake, though. The spike is going towards A. Well, this is weird. Why have they got 3 people on the fake? What are they cooking here? Okay. Autumn's taken so much damage and is trying to heal up. But why have the Viper and Chamber stayed on a double lurk in market? What? Why aren't they in on A? What are FPX cooking? They're so timid and slow on A, even though this was a deliberate fake. I mean, they have got the kill on the reclearer, but did they really need to leave 2 people in market? Couldn't they have just left 1 player around mid and market? Couldn't they have just left the chamber? Why do they need Lysor to be here as well? I mean, it's working. So I guess it doesn't matter. Berlin's going to get the kill on Kangkang as well, surely. As soon as they get info that Kangkang is here, Berlin's just going to swing. Yeah. I mean, that worked perfectly, but to be honest with you, I didn't understand what was happening at any point there. I thought FPX might have got stopped entering A because they were so timid about it. They all got caught trying to reclear those players towards mid, and then 1 player got caught. Haodong got caught over towards A. Wow. So they didn't even use the Harbor ult that round, so they still have access to that. Oh, Kangkang's taking a big risk here. He's outside of his own teleport, and he's about to just walk straight into Aeyang. Kangkang. Oh, Kangkang hits the shot. That is so dangerous. They're sending the Harbor ult, though, to deal with Kangkang. He's going to find it difficult to get a kill here. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. The Harbor ult is so good against the chamber. Great timing to use it. Nice try as well by Lysor. They do pick him up in the end. The vulnerable, super strong. Does Smoggy have a timing to do something? This should be FPX's round. Oh, he does have a timing to do something. He knows where the last 2 players are. Ooh, he doesn't realize his reposition B main. He thinks he's still on site. Nice by Smoggy. He might be able to nade and stick. No, he naded too deep. He thought he was still in the corner. Nice try. Good try. Lysor's aim is so relaxed. I feel like that about a lot of the pro players. It's an aiming style that's really elegant. It's like people like Demon 1 or something. Honestly, Chishu has a pretty like slow, calm aiming style as well. Like Les? Yeah, Les's aiming style is super slow and calm. So is Ye's actually. A lot of the good aimers have that kind of style, where they rely on their movement a lot and just incredible crosshair placement and anticipation of opponents. They flash through this time instead of trying to contact the orb. And Chichu's playing in the spot where I was saying it's just super strong to play here. Ideally, I don't know why Haodong is in this corner. But I guess Chichu's just going to bait for Haodong. But now Chichu's been pushed away. Ooh. Oh, nice counter flash by Autumn, but now they're in a 2v3. Unless Autumn pops with this ult, they're kind of fucked. No, they're fucked. And they've wasted a Phoenix ult, but it was the final round, so whatever. It's not a waste at all. I love the spot that Smokey's playing. It's so easy to play off other people from there. God, that triple setup is gorgeous from EDG. Now, I'll tell you what, if they had that kind of coordination when they're playing the post plants instead of when they're trying to deny the plant, they'd look crazy good on their attack side too. One of my biggest problems with how EDG played their attack side on Sunset last time was that their post plants looked awful, just so clumped up together. So let's see what they bring to the table. Yeah, Durka has, a lot of crouch spray kills. I noticed that actually when I was watching him recently. I was like, this is so weird. How does it work? I don't know how it works, to be honest with you. Jing does it too? Yeah. I never try and replicate anything I see Jing doing. Also Durka. Yeah. I'm not a duelist. I'm very bad at swinging into players. Because you can't? Yeah, literally. Yeah. Yeah, last time they played, their attack side was pretty dreadful. But they also just had really bad execution on alright game plans. So if they improve their execution, they should be able to win this. If they improve their game plans, maybe they'll be able to win this as well, but they need to be able to, you know, have the patience on the lurks, make sure that if Kankan wants to make a play, somebody's distracting for him on some other side of the map. They need to also be trying to focus on making sure that they don't get caught by the Phoenix or the Chamber, too, when they play against this comp. Okay. Oh, yeah! This B main control. I forgot this was a big thing that FPX were doing. FPX were doing this high tide for B main control, and it was absolutely owning Trace. They could not figure out how to take B main against this. And I think the strategy is that you just take a different part of the map and then you contact clear B main, like Kangkang is doing now. Oh. Chichu swung and tried to aim for the Chamber, who just teleported away. They can still set up for a B split here, EDG. They have paranoia, they have smoke. Are they going to blind? Why don't they blind with the haunt? Okay, they blind afterwards. And they should have had a great follow-up on it. But it just took them so long to kill Lysor that Berlin got away with murder. A bit whiffy. Not necessarily a bad game plan, just a little bit whiffy there from EDG. Not bad though, not a bad attempt.
然后其次是在这波超市进来的时候
They dealt with the B main pressure. They created some pressure over towards A, went back into a B split. But yeah, not winning crucial duels. Not even duels, to be honest. Chichu had the jump on Autumn, but was aiming for TCH instead, and then they should have really killed Lysor as soon as he was blinded in the corner. I mean, TCH should always win this, right? He's also got the Marshal. He doesn't even really need to TP away, I don't think, though.
他这个位置有点尴尬，而且在另外一边 ，Autumn 是有在直架的，一边勾一边打。
Add ammo. Thank you for the new tier 1 sub. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I mean, this round should not really have anything interesting going on. As a Sentinels fan, I'd be happy with them getting 8 or 9 rounds against FPX. I might be coping, but I actually think they have some chances to win that depending on how prepped FPX look and what the map pool looks like. I think Sen have got 2 maps where they actually look like they could, like Sunset and Bind look like they could take it to a team like FPX if FPX weren't playing really well there. It's just hard to know because the only thing we've seen from FPX in the offseason is them like trolling with 5 duelist comps. So I don't know how prepped they're going to be. What the hell? That's unlucky. Go on, get the plant for the money. Oh my god. Oh my god, that shouldn't have been close. Nice try. I think Sentinels push FPX close in one map and then get stomped on another. Yeah, I think that's pretty reasonable. Like if it's a map that they're not that great on, I think FPX will stomp them. But I feel like even just over the off-season tournaments where we saw Sentinels play, we saw some decent improvement from them. Kangkang tries to contest. The high tide is not good, but FPX still get the round win. Still get the fight win. I don't get why you would try to fight while the high tide is up. You can re-clear that area later on. You can even contact re-clear that area without it being too risky. TZH misses, so now they've pushed the chamber back. Do they accelerate? Oh, the tiles push here is just timed so nicely, and they know that there's no trap watching behind. Autumn is going to feast on them. Autumn is going to absolutely feast on them here. I mean, EDG are fucked. They've lost the pistol and the bonus again. Yep. They've lost the pistol and the bonus again to start out on Sunset. Man, that's such a bad decision to commit to the A push after Autumn kills you from behind too. I've got to think they didn't know that he was behind them. When Autumn got the kill onto Smoggy, I assume Smoggy just thought he got spam killed from A link or something. Yeah, this is now a tragedy. FPX are probably going to be able to win this round without using their Phoenix or Harbor ults, and then they've just got massive ults to be able to win in the future. This map is already looking dangerous. Why are these teams so insistent on trying to fight over B main when the high tide is up? I mean, the pinch through market's a nice idea to counter it. Kangkang has a rifle. Lysor's getting pinched. If they can keep Autumn back, which they do, and they catch Lysor, winnable. Nobody in Kangkang have rifles. Smoggy dies, but that's fine. He wasn't one of the players with the rifle. Chishu gets planned. Nobody's going for a reflank. I don't know if you have time for that, dude. Wow. Wow. Chichu is fucking owning. Okay, now you have time for the reflank. Chishu dies, but he did his job. Holy shit. How is he so good? How is this cute chuckling fellow so good?
一到劣势局，看到球球的正义，右上角蓦然就会出现一波刷屏。
我主要觉得穿第一个有点离谱，然后其实 TZH 拿出来想补枪的时候，他自己枪好像没有端稳，直接拉了出来。
That's my friend. That's my close personal friend Chishu.
都没有开出枪来。
是。
Berlin buying a judge. They have a judge and a spectre. Just when the game looked like it was all going towards FPX, we see a massive eco round. And again, EDG are trying to fight this high tide. Ah! Ah! Why? You can reclear this area later on. Go and take mid at the beginning of the round when you know that they're fighting over it. You know that the Viper and Harbor are always at the front of B in order to throw that utility. Go and take mid. Go and take A. Go back and reclear B later on. Alright, 3v3 still. After that kill onto A Young. Still possible. Howdon could smoke mid for them, but I don't think they want to give away where they're going. Dangerous here for Chishu. They smoke. How are they gonna walk through this door? Oh my god, Autumn tries to challenge them. Oh my god, dude! Dude, Chishu's movement is so fucking good. I know he doesn't get the kill, but he just wiggles, baits out so wide that Kang is guaranteed to get the trade there. The little jiggle to figure out where Lysor's standing, and then guaranteeing the 1-for-1 so that they have site control. Dude, my dude is playing absolutely insanely today. Let's fucking go! I still don't like their strategy of fighting B main at the beginning of the round, but their ability to recover that by walking through mid and punishing the peaks. FPX have got to be playing a little more scared now, I think, because EDG are just kind of contacting into areas and punishing them for trying to get info. And this FPX comp does not have great info. They don't have, well, I mean, they have the chamber, but they don't have a cypher. I guess the chamber should be getting them really good info over towards A. And it did in that previous round. They just didn't have info towards mid and market after A Young died. Okay, so now they've created pressure over towards A. They've pulled 4 players to A, and now they're planning to reclear through B. So they can face up with multiple players as this cascade drops. Yep, they face up with multiple players. They go through B main, contact reclearing, and now they're going to try and accelerate into a push. I say, as they don't accelerate into a push. Nice. You know what? It takes them so long to reclear B main. Berlin actually had another high tide up. So it is a little more difficult than I've been making it seem, the reclear B strategy. But it means that Berlin uses all of his utility, because he has to use both cascades as well. Or he has to use at least one cascade. Wow, what a peak. Smoggy needs someone to play off here. No, he doesn't. Just kidding. Just kidding. Haha, he can just full blind kill 2 of them. He does see the players before he gets blinded, but that's still a bit wild. Alright, so they use the showstopper on this anti-eco. A small win for FPX, but only a small one. And Smoggy's building up quickly to another showstopper. He's almost halfway already. Lysor's gonna pit B here, I assume. You heard them B. You want to pit? Now's a good time to pit. Okay, they go for the pit. And they've got TCH set up decently over here towards A. This is all looking good so far for FPX. They've also used a high tide in mid to stop them from getting into mid. Oh my god, Lysor died to Kankan. Kankan just walked into the pit and killed him. I think he spammed the corner, actually. Lysor was stood exactly in the corner. We'll have to catch that in a replay, but I think Kankan literally just egoed into his pit and then spammed the corner. I guess maybe he didn't even walk into the pit. But that is unlucky. Alright, good value from the chamber. But now he's getting run down. Oh, good work from Smoggy. Great usage of the blast packs there to chase him down. Now, TCH could have TP'd into this corner. Maybe because he was super deep, they knew that he had to be TP'd in elbow. Probably, right? So overall, to try and deny the plant.
比较偏向于但柏林在绕，看柏林的绕后了，这波柏林已经把 Smokey 给收掉了，太大了，直接找人的位置。
This is still going to be a tough one for EDG to win.
里面的球球也会被找到，柏林还在等这个生效了。
Howdong really needed to swing wider there. Can Chishu survive this? He's just got so much to deal with. No. Nice try. Good work by FPX. Good harbor roll as well. Let's have a look at that replay. How did Kankan get the kill? Oh, there's a gap on the side. He didn't even spam, he literally saw him. Why is he leaving the pit? Why would he possibly think it was a good idea to leave the pit and hide in the corner? Why would he do that?
没有造成更多的击杀，也没有拖到足够多的时间。是的，局势开始变得焦灼了起来。现在这一张地图，我们刚才在开始之前也说过了，很重要。对于两边来说，如果 EDG 能够拿下，他们将会顺利晋级决赛。但如果 FunPlus 能够把这张地图稳稳拿下来的话，比赛要进入到决胜图，将会来到最后一张地图。
Close game this though, close game.
EDG 把暂停叫了出来。 两边其实都还握着非常多的暂停没有去用，因为这张图打的真的很接近，最多的时候分
Still anyone's to take, frankly. I think the FPX are getting into some decent positions with their control over A and B main. The EDG, I think, need to be taking mid at the beginning of these rounds. They know that the Harbor Viper are playing really heavily around there. They know that there's people trying to help the chamber setup. So they know that mid, at worst, mid has like a Phoenix and a Sova in that rough area, but you got to think at least one of them is helping the chamber set up on A. So there's probably at the beginning of the round only one player really looking towards mid and market. And then after the B main pressure is put together, then the guy's going to drift over to market. After the chamber is set up, then the guys are going to drift back over to mid from A. So if you take mid early on, you can actually get into good positions to punish them as they re-clear towards mid and market. I'd like to see them do a fast market take, to be honest. Yeah, the first Australian player is looking super good. Autumn looks great. The FPX coach was EDG players before? Oh, really? I didn't know that. Has nobody been inting less after the role switches? He hasn't fully swapped, though. I mean, to be honest, he hasn't really been inting very much at all, even when he was playing Sky on Breeze. He's just been playing fairly tight with the team. That hasn't been an issue for them. Oh yeah, Ronsky. I literally forgot about Ronsky. My bad. Apologies to Ronsky. I was thinking in my head, oh well, there were the Sonics people. But, yep, forgot Ronsky existed. Well, Bob was one of the Sonics players. That's what I was saying. But they never really played at a tier 1 level. They moved over to the US and then played like, you know, sometimes tier 2, sometimes like down to tier 3. And then, yeah, Bob moved over to Game Changers.
而且我觉得 I 这种慢打的运营方式是国内队伍
I got a hop, but are we getting any Baldur's Gates anytime soon? I'm not sure. I think I'm going to play Minecraft today, so I won't play Baldur's Gate. At the moment, DayZ has kind of taken over from Baldur's Gate. What would I be saying in this timeout? I wouldn't be allowed to talk because it's a tech timeout. What's happening? Just some kind of tech timeout. I'm not sure what, really. But the players and coaches are not allowed to communicate in these. If this was a tactical timeout and I was talking from EDG's point of view, I'd be talking about them taking mid early on and potentially setting up for like a fast B split round where they have a late backstab with Kangkang in B main. So they send like, they do a 4-1 or a 3-2, but I think a 4-1 would be fine, where only Kangkang goes B main and the other 4 go from mid to market. I think that would be a really good strat against the way that FPX are playing. Send the like Prowler or Paranoia or Home Paranoia or something like that through into market to try and clear that out. DayZ yesterday, I was crying laughing. The pipes, like passing out constantly, both of us, was killing me. The fainting animation in DayZ is just so funny. Just the way that Bren was like, yeah, don't worry, I need to find my shotgun, and then he just flop onto the floor. I was dying. Yeah, there'll be a YouTube highlight video at some point, but probably quite a while from now. All right, so they're going for a 4-1, but they're going for a 4-1 over towards A. So I think this is fine too, if their plan is to late reclear towards B. Like, I feel like this is fine as long as they push these players back. So after Autumn flashes, now you actually need to go and push them back again. You need to go and spend another piece of utility, like the Boombot or something. Oh, they're going to use drone as well. Yeah, so FPX are using so much utility here. You actually need to respond with something of your own, yeah, before you leave. And maybe they don't want to leave. Maybe they want to fight this, but I would want to leave. Yeah. I don't know. They know that the Phoenix and Sova are both still there. They know that the... Well, actually, they don't know that the Harbor's there, I suppose. But they've got to suspect that at least there's another player there, because the Chamber's been playing over in that A side as well. And Kangkang was just keeping them in control of B main the entire time. Why not just throw the Prowler and try and leave? Anyway, now they're kind of committed to the B push, 4v5. Autumn could go for a Phoenix ult for info at some point here, but he's not in a good position. His body would be really exposed. They're going to use the Cove to try and retake info in elbow. I mean, what is going on here? Aeon gets caught, but Berlin is just on site inside his Cove, and they couldn't check for him. They couldn't stop him. The Phoenix ult as well gets great value. And EDG just looked kind of lost there. I mean, what was that round? I can't think that was the game plan going into the round. We're going to 4-1. I mean, maybe the plan was we're going to try to apply a lot of pressure A and hopefully they'll peek B and Kangkang will get a kill. But if that doesn't happen, what's the game plan? To just slowly walk into sight? Yeah. Berlin got too much value on site inside his Cove, but it's difficult to deal with. Especially when the time is that low. What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to just break the Cove and then spam it? And never move? Because otherwise the time is just ticking down. Spam like... Oh. You've never eaten spam. Haven't you had what's it called? The thing at what is the Korean dish? It's called like war soup or something. No? Huh. You had kimchi for breakfast? Like what time? What time did you eat kimchi for breakfast? 5 a.m. 5 a.m. kimchi for breakfast. I mean, that is just... That is acid reflux. That's what you're asking for. No, but that's what it felt like it would induce. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'll try not to shout too much. Okay. Love you. All right. So now they've swapped things up and they've got their chamber playing over towards B. They obviously know that something is different here because they're not seeing the high tide. Boombot's getting broken. They must know that there's somebody posted aggressively in B main. It just feels so dangerous. Whoa, they've got to be worried about this Viper wall, right? Autumn's just got the timing behind them, but they do punish it. They do punish it. And they got the pick in market as well off the back of the Nightfall. So things are not looking too bad here. I like this push from Berlin. Look at this push from Berlin. He's walked all the way out into tiles, so he's going to have A main control. As long as A-Young survives... A-Young does not survive. I was thinking if A-Young tries to drop back here and just take a kill and back off into elbow, Haodong covers from top default, and Smoggy trusts in him and sticks the plan. So now this is fairly impossible from TZH. What are they doing? What are they cooking here, EDG? What are they cooking? Alright. Just sitting inside the smoke. Double facing towards A-Link because they'd lost info on where the player was. I guess they're sticking together. Playing their lives together. What was Lysor up to there? I guess he was just playing B main and realized that market was open and was trying to run over to help, but he was too far away. He looked completely unaware of that push coming through. Do you like the Phoenix so far? I don't think it's better than the Raze, but it's okay. There's a lot of good positions to get value out of the flash. There's a lot of good positions to get value out of the wall as well on B. But I think when people play a lot of Cypher, the Raze is going to get more valuable. Alright, so Kankan tries to play aggressive, gets punished. So now they're in another 4v5 situation. EDG constantly in 4v5s. Oh, what a punish. Great punish from Haodong. He's played against the Sova enough now to know where they are droning from. Smoggy ults immediately there trying to get the kill. And nobody's lurked his way into market. The lurking Fade finding value again. At this point in the game, it really feels like EDG have realized that market is just wide open. Right? Because FPX are putting such a premium. This is what I was talking about. Why I said that they should take mid-control early. Look at that wide swing from Smoggy, again, to play the rest of his team in. Great swing. So yeah, market seems fairly open, and EDG have realized that, and now they're just walking into market. Chishu just decides to swing in the 3v1. Trying to find a timing on him, maybe pulling a flash out or something. Wait, was he even playing against the Phoenix there at the end? Now I'm second guessing, was it somebody else? They just used the Phoenix wall, but I feel like Autumn died before that. Whatever, he swung. Oh no, it was Berlin. Oh no, it wasn't. It was Autumn at the end. Anyway. EDG. 1 round away from closing this out. And muscling their way to a rematch against Rare Atom, who defeated them 2-0, and it didn't even look that competitive. So it would have to be a big bounce back. I think even if EDG played as well as they are today, it would still probably end up being a loss against Rare Atom. I think EDG need to turn up even more if they want to win the final. But they're definitely playing better today. Apart from Haven. Haven was a disaster class. Are Rare Atom just goated? No, but they're very good and they have a good fundamental game and they've got good players. Like they're just a very solid team. No, the rematch is not today. The rematch is tomorrow. Yeah, Feng Feng is insane. But he plays for Trace, right? Stu is the Rare Atom player. Okay, they're back to running the high tide over here. Oh my god, and that's their answer? Why are they so insistent on fighting B main? Well, they have got it into a 4v4. And Kangkang's watching in mid. He hears the drone and gives up tiles. He's looking to see whether there's anybody else here. Kangkang's pretty confident they haven't scaled off this drone. EDG also were doing A execs over and over and over again against Rare Atom, and they almost all failed. So it's nice to see they're not just trying to send it A repeatedly. Same high tide again. This high tide really is getting decent value, even though there's like gaps in it and all sorts. I can't believe the way that Kangkang plays sometimes. Like the fact that he doesn't really have his gun out already when he takes that first like peek. How is he surviving and getting kills? Yeah, they failed the market play though. Weren't expecting to meet two players in market there. Berlin trying to take a timing through the orb. And he manages it. FPX steal that round away. After A Young dies in mid, it was not looking great.
EDG 的夹击没有能够形成，我觉得主要还是 EDG 这里正面出的有点慢了。当时第一时间看到超市柏林的位置之后，正面没有选择提速，因为那个情况下好像是没有烟的。
Berlin almost doing a bit of whiffing there on Kangkang, giving him a chance. Everybody's got a full buy, but Kangkang doesn't have armor. No armor. Got the same same chamber setup. The chamber can see over the top of any Omen smoke that they throw. And Berlin's got the same high tide setup. I feel like this high tide is actually really good. But I still think that there's better ways of playing around it than EDG are currently going for. But yeah, just going tiles to take mid control early. They haven't been doing a ton of, but they are here. They do have mid. Nade and Prowler are very thorough at clearing out market. But the Cascade stops them from getting into B. They've left a lurker in mid, so there's only 2 players in market right now. I was talking about going for a 4-1 where you have 4 players market. They've gone for only 2. 1 player left behind in tiles to watch their back. And Kangkang finds his up kill. Haodong also wins the duel against Berlin. Kangkang would have been able to get the trade, but they don't need it, and this is it. This is it. This is EDG making it to the finals. It's all down to A Young. And I think this was a really good try by FPX. Great try by FPX. They actually put a ton of pressure on EDG. They took a map off them, made them look silly on Haven. Had chances of being able to win in other places too. But, yeah, not quite there today. The ideas are a little too funky, and EDG found their ways around them. And also the EDG players were popping off today. I think Chichu played amazingly today. And nobody on Breeze was pounding too. We saw some big rounds from Kangkang with the op, but he wasn't the difference maker. It definitely could have gone to game 5. Yeah. If EDG had been having like a bad day individually, it could have been a 3-1 in the other direction. But EDG individually saved themselves in quite a lot of close moments with their individual skill. Ending now? Yeah, I'm going to end the stream now. I'm going to stream later on. I'm going to play Minecraft later today. Today is Minecraft Saturday. It doesn't have any alliteration, but doesn't need it. Let me just check. Was there anything else that I needed to do today? The gardener came over and did the garden. I'm posh now, by the way. I hired somebody to look after my garden because I fucked it up, chat. It's not because I have the spare wealth to pay for it. I completely fucked up my garden. I didn't rake it properly last year. All of the leaves fell on the garden. They killed the grass completely. The grass looks appalling. I raked it this year. It filled, like, I filled 3 bins full of leaves. There's like 10 different trees dropping thousands of leaves in my garden all over autumn, and I just couldn't keep on top of it. And so in the end, I was like, fuck it. One of our next door neighbors has somebody that comes over and deals with their lawn. So I asked Beth if she would organize that. So anyway, my garden is lovely. It's not lovely. It actually still looks like shit because all the grass is dead, but at least it's not going to die any further over this winter. So anyway, yeah, then we have the co-stream, and then yeah, good to go. All right, so I'm gonna be back later to stream some Minecraft, but I still need to end my stream tonight at 1 AM so that I can wake up and co-stream the finals. Are the finals still at 9 AM? Are they still at the same time? EDG against Rare Atom at 9 AM British time. Yeah, fuck. Another early morning for me, eh? Another early morning. Yeah, Autumn played really well. Autumn's certainly not the issue. I think if FPX wanted to improve, they could look at optimizing some of their ideas, taking the ideas that work and keeping them, and changing some of the ideas that don't make as much sense. And then I think one of the other things that they don't do as well is they don't have the same level of team play and coordination that EDG do. You know, like the small plays where the spacing is super tight for EDG, or one of them goes for the wide swing and the other tucks in and gets the trade immediately. Like that kind of stuff EDG is still doing really well, even when their ideas are failing and their individuals aren't really popping. They're still coordinated together in a way that FPX isn't quite. Yeah, and they do add up over time. So yeah, they could try working on those two things if they want to try to improve. But to be honest, I think FPX are in a really interesting spot right now where they're definitely, I think FPX are the craziest team at the top level in China for sure. Because if the top Chinese teams are EDG, Rare Atom, Trace, FPX, and Attacking Soul Esports, if that's the top 5 in China, which it looks like, FPX is definitely the nuttiest team out of those 5. And they're not doing badly. They're still placing top 4, top 3, you know, that kind of thing. Yeah, so they're not in a bad spot. Yeah, Rare Atom are going to lose one of their Korean players, which is going to knock them down the standings potentially, but, you know, maybe they find somebody great to fill the gap. Do you know whether Sliggy's carrying on streaming, or should we find somebody else to raid? Let's have a look. Who's down at the bottom here? We've got... who have we got? Raid Som? I'm not going to raid Som. He's got fucking 7,000 viewers. Who do we raid? Who do we raid? Who do we raid? Could raid Bang. Why is Ryuje Hong listed on VLR? Let me check my Twitch front page and see if anybody's online. No. Very few people streaming at this hour, to be honest. Let's go for Bang. Is Bang just Bang, or does he have some kind of thing after his name? Bang Zera. There you go. Raid Mind Freak? Wait, I didn't even see Mind Freak on the list. Wait, where's Mind Freak? Is Mind Freak not on the VLR list for some reason? Or am I just not seeing him? I can see Jing. I can't see Mind Freak. The hell? His name's PRX Mind Freak, but okay. Well, I didn't see him, and someone should probably add him to the list of Valorant streamers. But I'm going to raid Bang because I already said I was going to. But yeah, Mind Freak would have been a good shout as well. I just didn't see him on the list. All right, peace. Bye.